Oh, hello.
Hello. Oh, hey, it's my video game. I guess that means that we're live now. Hi, everybody. I'm moonblazewolf, and we are going to play Bug Fables today. Bug Fables is a Paper Mario-like action platforming RPG full of cute and adorable bugs. And I have a couple wonderful commentators with me today, along with Spacine, who's doing the hosting. We have Lori D. Beetlekins.
That's me, the real one, not the fake one.
And we have Sonic Motha.
Pleasure to meet you all.
And yes, and I am, by the way, I'm actually going to be Moonblaze Bee. And we are going to, because I don't know if you all know this, but the party in this game is a bee, a beetle, and a moth. So
we're going to save the world.
Yeah, the team's all here.
It feels weird saying that. It should be a bee, a beetle, and a bemoth.
Well, you know, we can't all be that cool. So.
Oh man.
But yeah, get ready for about 3 hours of terrible bug puns. Oh, and we have by the way, also Spider Yeen on the hosting station.
Start praying, man. 'Tis the season.
It took
I
me
pray
a
we
second.
can start the run before I want to leave before we start.
We should we should start the run. Yeah.
Yeah, we still want to be on world record carapace.
Oh god.
Play the game. Go. Your file name is something.
Okay, yeah, we are ready to get started. I need the winning file name in the bid war, please. I believe it was USB. I'm gonna check.
I almost centipede my pants at that one.
Yeah, it's USB.
All right, I'm gonna get that closed. All right, and thank you to everybody who donated. This is the only time you are going to see this in the entire run, unfortunately, unless I have to do like a lot of resetting, which I really don't want to have to do. But this game is just so cute and charming. One thing I'll just show y'all really quick before we get started. If you don't want your file name to be letters, your file name can be any number of cute emojis. So this game is just full of the cuteness from beginning to end. And time is going to start when I confirm the file name. So I'm ready to go ahead and get started here. And let's get this underway in 3, 2, 1, go.
Please, I didn't want to say this out loud, but
okay.
Stream the game to Discord, please.
You said it before I could.
I got you. Hold on just a second.
Okay, now we can see the game. That is good for us. Bug Fables. We start off with just a quick intro cutscene. It tells kind of the gist, I guess. Basically the setup for the beginning of the game, which is bugs from around the world go to this one place to be an explorer to help find immortality.
Yeah, that's basically like the Holy Grail, is the way I like to think about it. It's called the Everlasting Sapling.
It's kind of more of a fountain of youth.
That's basically
it.
Yeah. So we're meeting our first two explorers here. We've got V the Bee and Kabu the Beetle. And we'll talk about all the characters, but just really quickly as we're getting going, because this is just a tutorial battle and it's not particularly interesting. Who is everybody's favorite character in this game? I would like to know.
Man. Tangerine. Easily.
That's a good one.
I'm gonna go. I am personally in the camp of the one I feel like I see the least popularity for out of the main three, and say that Kabu's my absolute favorite.
Are you serious? Kabu is like everybody's favorite on my channel.
Really? Everybody I talk to about this game either says Leaf or Vi. I never hear Kabu.
Kabu's my favorite.
Leaf is often the straight man. Like, he was the straight man to V's comedy, but I feel like Kabu got a lot more screen time and development in general.
Mm-hmm.
Kabu is the dad of the group. If we're kind of assigning personalities, V is the bratty teenager, Kabu is the dad, and Leif is, I guess, kind of like the mysterious... I don't know where to go after mysterious.
Leif is the hot topic teen that everyone invites to Thanksgiving dinner, but they know he prefers to be on his own.
Oh, me!
See, I thought you were the bratty bee, Lori.
No, I'm both.
Green one.
Either way, so the first thing we pick up in the run after the tutorial is the hard mode medal. This game does have a hard mode where you can equip it, and all the enemies will have like different stats to make them harder. We pick it up for, I think, one fight.
Yep, we're gonna use it exactly.
Yep, we're gonna use it once.
Because it actually makes one of the bosses, I wouldn't say easier because it makes it more risky, but it makes the boss faster and more predictable. But yeah, one of the cool things about this game is you can turn the hard mode on and off at will by just equipping or unequipping that medal. If you are familiar with the Paper Mario series, you kind of already can imagine what the medal system basically is. They're kind of like accessories that give your bugs either different stats or different abilities.
They're badges.
They really did just a fantastic job with making this game accessible. I had such a blast when I played this.
Yep. Absolutely, it's got a lot of that good stuff. One other cool thing that I like about this game is we have every character has a subset of field abilities. A lot of them also map to in-battle abilities. But one of the things I really like about this game is some of the abilities you actually just learn by exploring and wandering through the world. So if you played a lot of RPGs like I have, you're probably used to, okay, when I get level 8, I'm going to unlock that. And like, it's just it's all numbers based and it's not really based on anything story related. So I love the fact that this game has certain abilities unlocked via the story rather than just purely a numerical total.
So I see people in chat are excited about the fact that this is being run on the 1.1 patch, which recently came out.
Oh, yes.
Are there any major changes that happened to the run as a result of this?
There are. Most of them are going to come at the beginning of Chapter 3. There's one little quick one right here I just got. One little change is you actually start with V's Beamerang, which is kind of a little thing. But that's the first time you actually have to use it for anything, and by jumping around that bridge pillar, I actually skipped a cutscene. So there's a lot of little speed tech in this game. It is a glitchless run, however, I would argue this is not a true glitchless run. The way the community defines here, I'll explain really quick. I'm about to do not a glitch. That was what's called an ability jump. Oops, I missed that. We'll talk a lot more about ability jumps later in the run, but that was the first one that I just attempted. I missed it by just a little bit, but basically as long as you are using any of the in-game intended mechanics, we in the Bug Fables speedrunning community do not consider it to be a glitch. So for example, things like clipping through doors, clipping through walls, those are glitches. Those are all things that you can do in any percent of this game. But anything that involves like that ability that I just did, the way the inputs work in the game is you can essentially buffer an ability into a jump and do both at the same time. This does allow you to sequence break a lot of things as the game goes along. That was a pretty innocuous use of it. We'll see some later on in the game where I skip entire puzzles and maps and rooms because of it. So those are not considered glitches though, because they are grounded in the fundamental mechanics of the game. And we just fell into a hole. So I think the exploration's going great so far, guys. What do you think?
I mean, several people have apparently died in this cave. Like this dude right here. Dead.
Oh, he's not dead, he's sleeping.
It's a burrito.
It's a Layfarito.
So yeah, no, that dude is not dead. I'm a liar.
Oh, there's the spider, by the way.
There's the spider.
I love how he runs. He's like, I'm gonna get you.
Oh, the way the spider moves is absolutely terrifying because the legs are not in any way connected to the body. So
nope.
Welcome to more horror games, everybody.
Yeah.
So cute.
It's like how that one like casket Pokemon runs around.
Oh. Cofagrigus, yeah.
Yeah.
This is another scripted fight, by the way. So
yeah.
I promise we will actually do fights at some point. It's just the game is pretty tutorial heavy at the beginning.
Yeah. We kind of use that. The game kind of teaches there that you have certain like strengths or weaknesses, depending on which character is battling. Namely, Kabu cannot hit airborne enemies.
Yeah.
So.
And thankfully, V came back to help.
Yeah. She just had errands.
Husker says, I thought you said this was glitchless. I still see a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
That too. So this is the first fight that we're actually going to do anything, and what we're going to do is we're going to free Leif from the web. We're not actually going to fight the spider.
We can't right now.
This is a very traditional like RPG opening battle where it's like, here, learn a thing that you can do to get through the fight that's not fighting the boss.
All right, time to make like this bug and leaf.
Indeed.
I'm here for 3 hours.
Yeah, we're just getting settled in, everybody. But yeah, you were mentioning 1.1 earlier. I mentioned one little change with 1.1. There are 2 other bigger changes that impact the speedrun at various points. The main one is Kabu gets a dash ability at the beginning of Chapter 3. So what's going to happen at the beginning of Chapter 3 is I'm going to be able to double tap and move at 3 times speed through any room in which I dare try to do it. It will greatly increase the pace of the run, obviously. And there is a battle ability that's tied to it that we're also going to use. So this run now has more Kabu in it. And then the second thing is when you use items in battle, they stack now. So there are going to be 1 or 2 battles where I'm going to stack power-ups or buffs so that I either get a better boost or an increased duration.
Oh, man. I wish I had these changes when I was doing hard mode.
Mm-hmm,
oh, shoot.
same.
I messed that up. The boomerang is very finicky, by the way, in terms of directional. I did it again. Holy cow.
What's trying
Anyway.
to happen here is Blaze is going to hit the switch and fall in the water at the same time.
There we go.
And that's going to do that. Saves like a few seconds.
Yeah, it's going to save approximately -2 seconds since I failed it twice, but it's
Don't worry
okay.
about it.
Yeah. Pick up
I
that
will-
metal there.
I will never forget when there's that one section of the map where you cross by a waterfall to go into a cave, and I noticed a rock in front of the waterfall. I was like, wait. And I hop on the rock and just threw the boomerang into the waterfall, and it brought back one of those medals. It's like, I knew it! Game
Yeah.
just think of everything.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of hidden items and sort of specialty things that are involved in the game. So this is another kind of quasi-tutorial battle. The big thing that we are learning here is the turn relay mechanic. Lori, do you want to explain turn relay?
Okay, so basically, unlike Paper Mario, where you get a lot of party members, this game you only have these 3 fools, the whole game. And in your main battles, each character only gets 1 turn. However, you can use the turn relay system where one character can give their turn to another character so that that character can attack multiple times in a turn, which usually can be good. However, there is a mechanic called exhaustion to balance it out, where every attack in succession that you do with the same character in a single turn, that attack will do 1 less damage than usual. So there in that fight, the enemies only had 6 HP, but you saw the initial attack did 3 damage, and then the second attack also did 3, even though they were frozen, which usually should decrease the defense by 1. So depending on how you make your build, like who you put a lot of your attacking medals on, it can be good to give people multiple turns within the span of the same battle. However, the fact that your attacks keep getting weaker within the same turn kind of stops you from just kind of being able to spam one character.
V was honestly my weakest character until like the last third of the game, and then it instantly switched over.
Oh, you're in for a treat then. V is like the star of the speedrun.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I'm aware that a few things about V were actually nerfed. Like, a few abilities were nerfed that she has in 1v1, but she's still, like, very good.
V was
It doesn't affect the speedrun at all.
It doesn't. It's all abilities that aren't going to be used in the run, yeah.
V was my favorite for one reason, and I call it rave insects. And that's if you manage to poison and paralyze the same enemy. A lot of them had unique, like, stun animations that made them look like they were rave dancing. So, especially on the wasps, the wasp with, like, the drill hands, if you poisoned and paralyzed him, he was straight up DDR expert moding.
We're actually just doing a kind of like some fair, ideally optimized platforming right now. It's really hard, especially with those waterfalls, to get the good cycles. I did good in the first part and not as good in the second part. The waterfalls are all completely random whenever you enter the room. Another thing I actually was just realized too. Another thing that they did in 1.1 is the enemies in the room have less RNG in terms of where they're placed now in 1.1 because they wait longer in their initial spot, which is nice because it makes it a little bit more predictable for me where they are. Oh my gosh, ease up there. So that's actually another change, which is pretty important to the speedrun, I will say. Most of them, it's improved. There's actually a couple where like they're in like worse spots more now, so that part's not great. Wow, there we go. But yeah, do we have any time for, or do we have any donations or anything that you want to read, Spacey, while we're just finishing up this little bit of the dungeon?
Why, I am glad you asked. We do. We have one from Alex Fly UK. A $12 donation. Best of luck, Blaze. You got this.
Well, I don't got this. I totally just messed myself up, but it'll be okay.
Oh, believe in yourself. Look at that. We also got another from Fruit Lion. $5 donation. Be very afraid. I know lots of bee puns, though sometimes I wing them. On Noah's Ark, where were the bees safely kept in the archives?
Thank you, everybody, for your donations. Really appreciate it.
So, as you saw there, it's not good to get into unintended battles in the run because berries are the main form of currency. And unlike the first two Paper Mario games, where when you're running away from a battle, the coins spill out after you, and it's possible to get them back, the berries spill out as you're running. So there's a way, if your run like command is faster, you can lose less berries, but you can't get them back. So
yeah, and berry routing in this run, especially early on, is actually pretty tight. There's backups for everything, so I'm not worried, but that's kind of just disappointing. The XP in this run is also routed extremely tightly. So you might think, oh well, if you just get into a random encounter, what's the big deal? You should just go ahead and fight it. And the thing is, I have to get level ups at specific times throughout the run in order to refill my health and my teamwork points / magical points. So I actually don't want to get into any random encounters other than a couple specific ones that I'm going to deliberately get into throughout the run. But it's fine. We'll get there.
There's a big spider.
Yep. This game is notoriously likes to drop inputs at certain points, and in addition to that, I've had my computer hitching a little bit for whatever reason. So hopefully that won't be an issue as the run goes on. But we'll be okay. Yeah, this is the first actual boss fight, by the way.
God, the music in this game is so good.
It really is.
The animations are so cute.
Yeah, the sprite work in this game is it's just unbelievable. I never get tired of playing this game, and that's how you know as a speedrunner that you found a winner.
In every single instance of Kabu doing his horn flip attack, just his basic attack, I never got tired of the animation frames on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's so satisfying.
So good.
Yep. So he's got friends. This is another little thing for the speedrun. I'm actually using a controller and my keyboard. So in certain in-battle reactions, as well as a specific minigame that we'll get to in Chapter 2, I'm actually going to double mash my keyboard and my controller to make sure that I get through things efficiently.
Tag yourself. I'm apathetic squid.
Hey, we got the
I'm
freeze.
flipped over on my back. No, nice.
Yeah, this is
As I
good.
mentioned during the introduction to Leaf's combat, he can if he freezes an enemy, like a frozen enemy has temporary defense down until it's unfrozen. So it's good to freeze if you are using a Leaf attack.
Yep, and freeze is every enemy has a freeze percentage, which is based. It depends on what kind of enemy they are. There's going to be enemies that we find later on that it's basically 100%. But every time you freeze them, it goes down a little bit. So the spider itself, there was no guarantee that it was going to freeze. But in order to skip an entire turn, I did want it to freeze on either the first or third ice attack, and thankfully we got it on the first one. So that was nice. That was good. So yeah, that was a pretty smooth fight. First chapter done. This game has 7 chapters, by the way.
Some of them are going to be longer.
Yeah, this one's kind of like an intro chapter. Another thing I'll just point out, because I've been using a couple different abilities now, all of the abilities in this game are, like, aside from each character's basic attack uses a different mechanic, and then all of the kind of like special abilities also have like a different mechanic to them. So I was using that tornado toss with V in that battle, and that was basically you hit the button 3 times on certain spots, and that's how you get all the hits. And then Leif's is actually that moving target. So they're all a little different. Some of them do have stuff in common, but it's neat that when you're playing the game, you get a lot of different experiences, a lot of different skills as the runner when you're just kind of doing all the different abilities and stuff like that.
I agree, Elusive. The action commands all do feel very unique. The only one that took me a while was, there's one of these skills where it's telling you to, like, do left and right with the control stick, but you can just rotate it, and it does the same thing much easier.
Yeah, we'll be doing that one quite a bit. That's called Hurricane Toss. Which you would think would be a rotation one anyway.
Right.
This is just kind of the cutscenes between Chapter 1 and Chapter 2, so this would be another good time for donations or updates or anything like that.
While we don't have any new donations right now, we are currently on our way to a Celeste farewell race by Frozen Flygon and Scarab you can donate to.
I think I knocked the robot out of your voice in that first fight there, Spider-Yin. You sounded fantastic there.
Yes, that sounded really good. And I will say this, since I mentioned it earlier, if we manage to pull off a paralysis poison in the run, I don't know if we'll ever use those items. I'll donate $100 if we pull it off.
We're not going to use paralysis at all. Sorry.
I might donate $100 anyway.
Can I make one request, Space? The donation that you read during that first break was pretty garbly, and I want to make sure everybody gets their donation read clearly so they can hear it. So would you mind rereading that one? For 2, maybe?
Sorry for the technical errors. Should I just read off both of them just in case?
Yeah, go for it. We got time.
All right. We have a $12 donation from Alex Fly UK. Best of luck, Blaze. You got this. And we have another $5 donation from Fruit Lion. Be very afraid. I know lots of bee puns. Though sometimes I wing them on Noah's Ark, where were the bees safely kept in the archives.
Oh gosh. Hey, you know what? Bring all your bug puns. We got a lot of time to fill, and I know that we would love to hear them.
As luck would have it, I have plenty.
Let's hear them. Oh, I do want to say one thing really quick, though. So I just checked those 2 stained glass windows. Those were to get what are called explorations as I'm going throughout the run. I need to get... Or discoveries, I'm sorry. I need to get 15 discoveries because there is an NPC in the library where I'm about to go in a second, where every 5 discoveries I make, you get a reward, and those rewards are routed in to the things that I need to complete the run. So I just wanted to mention that because you might wonder why I was like staring at the windows in a speedrun. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to do that, but there will be a few of those throughout the run
By the way,
we need to do that.
We just hit a level 5 hype train in about 30 seconds.
Wait, what? Oh my god.
We're on a level 5.
We got like 15 gift subs within the last like minute.
Yeah.
You all are amazing. Thank you so much.
Also, that was another discovery, talking to that ant.
We discovered the level 5 hype train.
We did.
Yep. All right, and now I'm going to there are side quests in this game. We're going to do a couple specific ones, so I'm just going to go ahead and... Oops, hold on. I want to do this first. This route's, by the way, I mentioned the 1.1 earlier. 1.1 has been out for exactly 9 days, and it completely changed the route. So yeah, I've been multitasking a little bit this week. In addition to helping to organize the marathon, I've also been learning the updated route of this game.
Mm-hmm. A lot of work on that.
Yep. Good on. There's also crystal berries. Much like the discoveries, we're going to need to collect those over the course of the run. And much like the discoveries, I'm going to need exactly 15 of them by the time I get to the end of the run.
Nice.
And those are like hidden. They're kind of like an extra special currency. Yeah, I'm going to be finding crystal berries in various hidden spots all throughout the first couple chapters of the run. So I'm actually going to grab that berry.
No time for breaking the bank on this speed run.
Nope.
Why do I... Hold on. Oh, I screwed up. I only talked to the NPC in the library once. I was like, why do I only have 30 berries? I'm actually really
Chat
glad
was
I did
trying to
that.
warn you. It was like, I don't know if that's legit or not.
No,
I
caught it myself, but yeah, please, this is just an exhibition run, so I don't mind. Lori's got my notes though. Lori will tell me if I mess anything
Yeah,
up
sorry.
horribly.
You know how at the beginning, before we started, I said I was gonna find a minute to step away. I did that during the cutscenes.
That's fine.
So, oops.
No, we're good. There's not a lot of stuff I can actually do to bork this run, so it'll be fine.
Man, missing that must have stung.
It did. And mostly my pride, though. Wait, bees don't have prides. What am I talking about?
I'm pretty sure there are 5 Pride Bee emotes. I have them all.
That's true, actually. The Pride Bee emotes are like one of the best things Twitch has done this entire last year.
There you go. There are your gay bees.
They're beautiful.
They are.
All right. And one more little tutorial thing here. The game is going to make us cook something to introduce us to the crafting system. There are several different chefs throughout the game that we are going to visit. This one is just going to make us a cooked mushroom so that we can fill our tummies and move on to the next battle here. Okay. Just have to buy a couple things at the shop now that I actually have some berries, and then we'll be on the way to the Chapter 2 dungeon. The general flow of this game is actually really nice to play as well. Whether you're playing it casually or when you're speedrunning, you do a dungeon or two, you do a boss fight or two, and then it's time to do some cutscenes, update the lore, and explore and stuff like that. So it's just got a really kind of nice flow to it, I would say. This game casually, by the way, is for most people probably about 15 to 20 hours, depending on how much stuff you want to do. And it is, well, I know Sean did a lot more than most people, but it's also only, I think it's $20 on Steam. And
it is worth every single dollar.
It might be $25 on the Switch store, but it's very cheap for what you get.
Yeah, I think my first playthrough, I got 100%. My file time was like 42 hours.
Nice.
And then even on my second playthrough, when I beat the game, it was like over 25.
Yeah. I'm also giving away a copy as one of the donation prizes for the marathon, so you can also win a copy.
I'll give away a copy.
Nice. We'll add it to the list. That's 2 copies we'll give away then to people who donate.
I don't have the money to give away a copy right now.
I'll give away a copy on your behalf.
But, there is... As a joke a little while ago, people put up a bounty for a glitch discovery in Celeste, and as a joke, I put up a copy of Bug Fables as a prize, and they accepted it. So if you go,
why wouldn't they?
If you want to go find a glitch in Celeste, you could make me give you a copy.
So does that mean we need to give away a copy of Celeste during this run?
No.
But yeah, please, thank you for all your donations, but please continue to donate. We got a long way to go. We got a lot more incentives to meet, and Trans Lifeline is amazing. I do not exaggerate when I say that they literally save lives, so when you donate during the marathon, you are quite literally saving people's lives. All right, this is a exploration area called the Golden Hills. We are on our way to... Chapter 2, and I'm just going to take a second here and try to farm a few more berries because I got that. I had that unfortunate encounter that I needed. Oh, that's not what I wanted, but okay. I can probably sell that for a berry, I guess. But
I didn't see what you got.
I got a clear water.
Oh, that sells for like 2 at least.
Look,
Wow.
those are very valuable in California right now.
But yeah, I'm just. Oh, there we go. Double. I'm just going to farm a couple berries here really quick. Most of the bushes in this area have berries, so if you fall behind, it takes a little bit of time to get caught up, but it's not the end of the world. There's going to be another spot that I get to here in a second that's got like 6 bushes and no enemies that I should be able to get a bunch from, so...
I wish that I got this much money every time I mowed the lawn.
It's it's Kabu's special ability, didn't you know?
I mean, I guess you could get this much money depending on how much lawn you mow, or like whose lawn, you know.
Get off my lawn, you bugs!
If you find the very rich neighbor.
There you go. But anyway, we're all caught up now. That wasn't too bad. And I did a couple little tricks there where I was spinning the platform and I would actually just sort of jump on the... Rather than do all of the spins like intended, I actually would just jump on the handhold of the bridge, and you get a little bit of extra height that way, and you can make some of the jumps in ways that maybe you weren't intended to. There's actually a pretty big one of those later on in the run in Chapter 6 as well. But anyway, we have reached the Golden Settlement. This is the Chapter 2 town. And they're about to throw a big party, so we're going to go invite ourselves to the big party here.
Yep.
We're not going to spoil too much about the story, by the way. There's a lot of, especially in this particular game, a lot of the story is character-driven and lore-driven. So, I mean, you're going to see most of the bosses in the game. I'm not going to do any of the optional bosses or anything like that, except for one. But there's just so much in this game that you're not even going to see today as well that really explains a lot more about the characters and like what's going on in the world and stuff like that. So don't worry too much about getting stuff spoiled if that is a concern of yours as you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have to do a little bit of crafting here with this guy. This is cut. Whoops. And more dropped inputs. Let's go. I'm an idiot.
I have noticed, like, did you do...
I bought the wrong stuff.
You did not buy the right things.
I bought the wrong stuff. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to just get this out of the way now. I'm going to go ahead and load that save I made after Chapter 1, and we're just going to be a little more careful. And yeah, a little bit of a time loss, but it'll be fine.
Yeah, so we're going to go back to the end of Chapter 1. So the shop that you bought too many spicy berries.
Yep.
Big thing, spicy berries are pretty big in the run because they up your attack for a certain amount of turns. But then there's also burly berries, which do the opposite effect. Using hard seeds, or which is temporarily increase your defense. Using hard seeds, which you can buy in the shop in the Golden Settlement, you can make bombs with spicy and burly berries, which are projectiles you can throw at enemies or bosses, and they usually come with a status effect. So if you cook a burly berry with a hard seed, it creates a bomb that not only deals damage, but lowers defense. And that's going to be important when we get to one of the bosses, and I'll talk about why, because it's a little bit of a funny.
Yeah, and I apologize, everybody. We're going to be rerunning a little bit of this for a minute, but that just means more time for donations, announcements, and maybe talking about things we love about this game.
Yeah, we do have to redo a little part of the run, but please stick with us.
It's fine. My estimate is very cushy for a couple different reasons, but hopefully everything will go smoothly from here on out, and there will not be any issues that way. So.
We do have quite a few donations.
Oh, let's hear them.
All right. Well, we have one from Rex Banner, $23 donation. No message, but it is very much appreciated. Thank you. We have another from Leaf Otter, $50 donation. I remember opening the very first Fastest First pre-marathon stream of Celeste any %.
That's true.
Now we've had big speedrunning names, level design panels, and so much more for such a great game. So incredible to see how much this event has grown. Huge thanks to everyone involved. We have another from Aldelaro. I'm so sorry. Aldelaro. A $10 donation. Hey everyone. I just want to say good luck to Moon. Happy to see 1.1 being ran in a marathon. Beta testing this update has been amazing. Lots of changes and fixes are due to me and King Leafin, so hopefully chat is enjoying it as much as we tested it. We have another from B Dragon for a $50 donation. Are we doing bee facts today? Yes.
Oh gosh.
Bees have eyes.
Okay, so there's a little bit going on there. First of all, thank you so much to everybody who donated. I did a charity week of streams where I raised money for honeybee conservation, because I don't know if you all know this, but honeybees are actually really important to our food ecology, and they're very much endangered and continue to be endangered. So we raised a bunch of money for bees, but one of the incentives I did for that was I read a bunch of bee facts, and I think considering how things are going right now, I probably shouldn't bust out the bee facts, but But yeah, that was a thing. And honeybees are awesome. Be good to bees. They're very good friends. And yeah, also there was a donation in there from Aldolaro. He is one of the community members and beta testers, as he mentioned. There are a bunch of other awesome folks in the Bug Fable speedrunning community that I apologize, I'm butchering your new route right now. Danny and Calc and everybody else that has worked on that. So, but yeah, it's a really wonderful speedrunning community.
Blaze just thought the route wasn't spicy enough.
I thought I wanted only spicy berries because I wanted a really spicy run today.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Yeah, I was supposed to buy 2 spicy berries and 2 burly berries, and I'm just so excited about this game. I need to pay a little more attention, and I think I need to let Lori and Sean do a little bit more of the talking.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Oh, I'm planning something for Space Scene.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
That's not good. Or is it?
Oh, this is so worth it. Space. Do your vocal warm-ups. Do your vocal warm-ups.
Oh, okay.
I can harmonize with you.
I think I have a sense of what is coming, and I'm very excited / terrified.
I have no idea what's happening.
And donate.
Can't wait.
All I'm saying is it's your fault if someone gets ticked off. And now it's mine.
I'm just gonna have to be extra zoomy with Kabu later. Full of dread. I'm trying to keep up with chat too, which is also a thing that can be distracting, but yeah. What do we got?
It's their space if you want to do it.
Yeah, now's the best time ever.
Oh my.
You can do it, man. I believe in you.
Okay, we have a few donations. First, we have one from Hotbot, $20 donation. Beep boop. And we have another from Trixie Fox, a $5 donation for the bees. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Oh my god. Okay, we have a $50 donation from Sonic Mega. Voila! In view, a humble venomous veteran cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the saplings of fate. This visage, no more veneer of vanity, is a vestige of the Vox Populi, now vacant vanished. However, this valorous visitation of a bug-gone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta, held as a votive, not in vain, for the value and veracity of shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this viciosa verbiage vers most verbose. So let me simply add that it is my very good honor to meet you. Kabu and Leaf, you may call me Vi.
Wow.
I'm never speaking English again.
Let's get some PB Pogs in chat for that for Spacian. That was well done. As all bravo, good sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for it to be like a stumble fest, but no, that was really good. I'm impressed. If I was reading it, I would have stumbled.
I am very impressed. Thank you.
Thank you for the alliteration.
I know we had a donation a little while ago that was mentioning how far things have come, and I just want to point out that both Sonic Mega and Spacian have been hosts / commentators for all 3 of our Fastest Furs marathons so far. So thank you so much, you guys.
I'm the one who's incredibly honored to be a part of this, so thank you.
Well, thank you. I've loved every time being here, to be honest.
I've also been here all 3 times.
I wasn't sure about the first one, Lori, and I didn't want to put you on the
Yeah,
spot
no,
if
I wasn't a stat, like, I didn't volunteer at all for the first one, I think, but I was a runner.
That's right, you ran Undertale.
I raced Deltarune.
Deltarune, that's right.
Yeah.
We did the Deltarune race, the first one. That's right.
I've been here.
All right, we're almost caught up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Fortunately, in this game, hazard damage like that doesn't actually damage you, like it does in Paper Mario games.
Sometimes it will respawn you at a point that you don't want. Although sometimes it'll respawn you at a point that you do want. So
Yeah.
I guess it all works out okay in the end.
I know if it did damage you, I probably would have died like infinitely more times in my playthrough of this game.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's a reason they put that in. Like some of the puzzles in this game are very, very complicated, and not to say like the jumps themselves are difficult, but it's just a lot of very precise kinds of things. Oh, you're going to be a jerk this time.
Yeah, this dude is evil incarnate.
Yeah, there are certain rooms in this. There are certain rooms in this game that we call the cursed rooms, and this is one of them.
Also, I can confirm you have the right berries this time.
Thank you. Yeah, I've never screwed that up before. I'm going to blame that on forgetting to go to the library and then forgetting everything after that.
I meant berries as in like spicy burley. I have the notes up obviously, so I can tell the berry count. But I don't know numbers.
This game does have some math in it.
I'm a math major. Hi, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah, we're back to where we were before now, so we'll be good. But yeah, I needed to make some burley bombs at that chef because those are, when you get the burley berries, those will give your party member defense up, but if you convert them into bombs, they will give the enemy defense down, which is how we're going to be using them. Oh, come on. Oh, and there's a crowd here. We'll talk about them in a second. That's Mothava. Hi, Mothava.
She is the least relevant character in the game.
That's a very apt description.
Everybody loves Mothava. She's like the J-Lo of Bulgaria.
Everybody loves Mothava except for like everybody.
I think they like her. I think they like her and Zasp. This is Zasp, by the way. They're kind of like our rivals, Zasp and Mothava. Everybody likes them a lot less over the course of the run, and I think we have something to do with that.
Zasp is cool. I would give Zasp like a cup of hot cocoa if he came to my place, and I would throw the hot cocoa in Mothava's face.
Well, he wouldn't like that.
I feel bad for Zasp. I feel like Zasp is in a abusive relationship that he can't get out of.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's a very weird, like, interesting, like, subtext that you see throughout the game. Between, like, the interactions between Zasp, Mothava, and our main characters. I don't want to talk too much about them, obviously, because I want you guys to play this game for yourself, but he's definitely a character that you should pay attention to.
Zasp is the friend who's trying to get Mothava into Dark Souls, and Mothava only cares about replaying Skyrim for the 20th time.
Sorry.
All right. Oh, this is the. We have to do 2 mini games to get to the next area. This is the first one. It's the eating competition. I have an iron stomach, so I'm going to cheat with those double inputs, kind of like I used in the battle earlier.
Can you please play an RPG that's not Pokemon?
Mothava's so bored, guys.
Can you please try a Dragon Quest game?
Mothava thinks the last good Sonic game was Adventure.
No! I hate that.
Oh, I have a donation thing that I'm going to do here. So normally this is Whack-A-Worm. This is one of the this is the second mini game. Normally I stop after I get 15 worms playing Whack-A-Worm, but today I'm going to really try hard. I'm going to try to be the Whack-A-Worm champion, and I'm going to donate $1 for every worm that I whack, because this mini game is absolutely adorable. Just look at these little worms and how much they love to get whacked. But yeah, for the purposes of advancing the run, I only need to get 15, but getting 15 usually only takes about half of the minute that you get. So we're going to go for the world record here in Whack-A-Worm, and I'm going to donate some money.
Is there like a recorded highest number of worms that have been hit?
So you actually get to play Whack-A-Worm later on in the game, and I think you can get a higher score there because there's more worms. I don't know.
I'm saying, like, is there like a leaderboard for this?
No, there isn't.
Okay.
At least not one that I'm aware of. It's possible that there is. Like, might be a whole, like, separate speedrun.com site specifically for Whack-A-Worm.
I mean, Calculus Kid gave us a number of the highest they've ever seen, which was 44 by Antiman.
44. Okay.
I know my best is 34, and I think what did you just get there?
I just got a 33, which I got a 31 when I was practicing earlier, so that's pretty good. I'll take that.
So that's 22. Yeah, 22 extra. No, 18. I can't do math.
18 extra. Yep. You caught yourself. You caught yourself, though.
I, for some reason, thought you said 37. I was like, oh, okay, 22.
So yeah, so after the run, I'll be doing a $33 donation in honor of the whacked worms.
Yeah.
Oh, Mikey brings up, he says, I love the little sound effect V's boomerang has. I don't know if this is true, but is it true that the boomerang sound effect is actually one of the devs of the game, like clicking his tongue and recording that, like going...
It sure does sound like it.
That might be something one of the people in chat knows, like Alder, Danny. I'm not sure on that one. I love the sound effects in this game, though. They are.
Danny says fantastic. It is in all caps, which is the most convincing you can be on the internet.
Okay, then it's definitely true if it's in all caps. So yeah, this is the next fight we would have been doing in the run, and so we're all advancing now. This is the Arya fight. It's a pretty straightforward fight. Her script changed a little bit with the version 1.1, so that she always does that flying kick the first turn, which makes the fight a little bit more consistently fast. So we can still get bad RNG on these next couple turns, and there it is.
Yay!
That is the bad RNG. So
it's this one thing that you're not hoping for.
Yep. Oh wait, I need to relay. This is only turn 2. Holy cow!
This is turn 3.
What? No. Are you serious right now?
Yeah, that was turn 3.
Okay, I just can't count.
Yeah,
right.
So that's what you don't want. Basically,
okay.
We can work
it's fine.
this.
I'm just gonna redo this battle really quick.
Yeah, that's fair. Basically, that thing right there is a Venus Bud.
I don't want that.
It sucks.
Yep.
And you do not want it in this fight because I'm pretty sure it does not die with Arya. So, like, you'd have to kill it separately. And then also, there goes your EXP route.
Yep, exactly. That's why we're going to redo it.
Yeah. So, what you usually want to do is kind of, like, get ready to do a bunch of damage in one turn. And then that way you can knock out Arya before the Venus Bud spawns.
Yeah, the bosses, a lot of the bosses in this game have phases, and they're all triggered by how many hit points they have. Now, the one nice thing about this game is if you ever screw up a boss fight, it just lets you redo it again. So it doesn't autosave when you go into the fight, so I kind of just had to quickly lose it. But it is nice in the long term that you can kind of just cancel out the fight essentially and redo it. So, all right, I'm going to focus a little more this time.
Yeah.
Since clearly I can't count to 3.
I got this. Oh, also, we never brought it up, but on top of blocking, there is super blocking, which is a much tighter window within the block window. And if you get that, you take even less damage from attacks.
All right, so we're going to use a spicy berry here. That was a super block because it said awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I can also do the fast strat now because she never used defense up. There we go.
And that's Arya.
Try.
That is Arya. Okay, and we got a little bit of cutscene type stuff here, so if there's any more donations or anything to read, now would be a good time.
We do not have any new donations right now, but we are just shy of our 400. We were just $400 shy of meeting our 5,000 goal.
Oh, let's go. All right, we're going to save. All right, so here, this is kind of like a puzzle and platforming area here. These are just some really interesting puzzles. I'm going to let Laurie and Sean mostly talk, though, because I'm going to focus on screwing up less, let's say.
Laurie, what was, if you had to pick a favorite move out of all the ones that you have access to in the game, which one did you find yourself using more than anything else?
Oh, easy. Frigid Coffin.
Oh, yes.
That skill is honestly, in a casual standpoint, way too overpowered to be 3 TP and taught at level 6.
That was my basic strat when it came to the bonus bosses, was can you get them near death by the time they stop being susceptible to being frozen by Frigid Coffin?
Yeah. Especially, I think it's in... I don't remember where you get it, but there's Status Booster, which causes stuff like Freeze to be more likely.
Yep.
You can basically just consistently freeze. Speaking of consistently freezing, this fight for EXP here, there are a few encounters we are going to take for EXP, especially because as we get further in the game and we're further under-leveled, enemies will be worth more. There is a cap. Each enemy is worth, can only be worth up to 15 XP. I think there's an exception to that based on stuff like bosses, obviously, and I'm pretty sure that number increases in hard mode, but don't quote me on that. But even in an encounter just go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think for bosses, they always give the same amount of XP, but yeah, for random encounters, they are the same.
Yeah.
So they follow the same system, I should say.
Yeah, that is how it works. But even in an encounter like that, we're under-leveled to where, 3 enemies gives us half of a level up, basically, on the spot.
Yep. And it's mostly about staying on route. So, and getting that level up there is also nice because I got 3 more teamwork points, which again are basically magic points, and I'm going to need those pretty soon. So,
so what skill did you use the most, do you think? Because I said
for me,
I was asking the question that I was asked back, but you can answer too.
It was also Frigid Coffin for me during my casual playthrough for sure. By the way, you're not supposed to be able to do what I'm about to do right here.
Nice.
Yep, that is an ability jump to use the Beamerang to get that switch without an ice block.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, Sean, too, you asked the question. What ability did you use the most? Did he step away?
He may have stepped away for a second. It's a long run.
Oh,
That's my fault. Because I had my mic muted so I could cough.
Oh, okay.
Early
That was going to be my next guess.
Early on in the game, Leaf's freezing skills definitely saved me a lot of time and a lot of effort on battles when I could freeze multiple characters. I think by late game, I was a really big fan of the parachute drop skill, the team skill between Kabu and Vi, where he carries Vi into the air and then drops her down onto the enemy. Mostly because I believe it ignored defense, and it was a really good single target damage attack.
Mm-hmm. I think it did 11 usually.
Yep. Especially late game, my team build ended up being that, V was obviously the damage dealer. Kabu was, I called it Kabu wins by doing absolutely nothing. Because Kabu's entire goal was to basically stand in the front, do nothing so that the badges that would heal or restore teamwork points if you do nothing would take effect. And then tank the hits while defending so that the other 2 would get their attack boosts. Leaf's main goal was to freeze and then basically pass on any extra turns from Kabu onto V so that V could use the attack boost stacking to decimate the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning. There's just so much customization as far as how you can build your party and play this game. You may have noticed when I got my first level up, every time you level up, you can choose either hit points, teamwork points, or medal points. And that's throughout the run. So, you can build your party basically any way you want.
I went 1,000-year door strats. I went full medal points all the way.
Geez. I could not imagine.
It was so worth it.
A little bit of min-maxing there.
Yeah.
By the way, Icefall's really good.
Yep.
I'm telling you, Icefall is disgusting. It's so useful.
Leaf kind of shines in Chapter 2, because everybody also has a kind of, on top of what they can and can't hit, how V is the only one that can hit airborne enemies, and Kabu can pierce defense. There's also, another, kind of smaller, but still notable kind of weakness system. This area is full of plant enemies, and Leaf does extra damage to plant enemies.
Ooh.
So
that was cool.
This is the chapter where he's most notably used. because he just has an extra damage point on basically every enemy that the other characters don't get.
All right, so I have to do kind of a tricky jump here, and this is to get another crystal berry.
I really enjoyed
So-
flexing on this area where I would just keep the infinite beamerang constantly. Yep, I would never take it away. I would just keep it spinning and just parkour throughout the map.
That sounds
It's
like
pretty
a
fun when
way
you
to do
land on the
things.
railings, for
Yep.
sure.
Yep. I
Okay,
know
so
I know people in my stream saw that.
All right, so here's our first fight with our rivals here. We're going to fight Zasp and Mothava. They have a great theme, by the way.
They do. They have this theme that, like, plays, which is really good, and then you get in the battle, and it plays the normal event battle theme.
It is kind of disappointing.
It makes me sad. But, alas.
Yeah.
So
So
this
for
fight
ev-
is hard.
Yeah, do you want to kind of talk through my main strategy here, if it's not already obvious?
Okay, so right now the strat is Mothaba is a threat to public security. She can buff and debuff basically at will, and it's a very difficult thing to get around. So you want to immediately just remove her from the picture. One thing that can make that difficult is Zasp's taunt attack, which you saw happen on Vi there. Kabu also has taunt as a skill, but what taunt does is it makes it so that you can only do your standard attack for that turn, which is very not good. But I mean, it's fine on this turn, I'm pretty sure, especially with that. And there's a buff right there.
Yeah, the annoying thing about what's going on here is, I mean, on one hand, I do like that I got taunted twice. But on the other hand, it's going to make the fight slower because it took me almost an entire extra turn to defeat Mothava there. So
Yeah.
anyway, we're fine now.
Also, as you noticed, when Mothava was getting hit, Zasp would charge up, which a charge is a temporary attack up that can stack up to 3 times, and is just used once. And then when Mothava dies in quotes, Zasp just gets a permanent attack buff.
I do like that Mothava face plants when she dies, though.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I love
It's
it.
very cathartic.
Yeah, good idea to move to the back there, because Zasp is a beast, and if you do not get the blocks on his attacks, you can just die, which you don't want in this fight, because that makes it take longer.
I did do that one turn early, though, and he still went and killed V, so that's actually kind of annoying now. But
Yeah.
it'll be fine. We just got to grind it out, I think.
Fortunately, character EXP isn't really a thing in this game, so if you kill a boss with one character left alive, you still like get everything you would get.
Yeah, this fight's just going really slow because I'm getting really bad RNG with what they're doing. So
There you go.
anyway, we got through it, though. It's all that matters. And a little more cutscene, a little more platforming. So I guess I will say this would be another good time for donations, because after this, I have the 2 hardest boss fights in the entire run back to back.
While we don't have any new donations yet, if anybody does want to donate, we are 750 away from the Celeste Farewell race with Frozen Flygon and Scarum. If anybody's interested.
I might have to donate again just to name one of these Final Fantasy Legend 2 characters.
You should definitely want to see that Celeste race, and you should also come back for the Final Fantasy Legend 2 race later. I know a lot of people probably don't know that game, but it is going to be 2 hours of absolute hilariousness and silly memes. So I promise you will not want to miss it. It's going to be so entertaining.
Tons of gift subs in chat.
Oh my gosh, more gift subs. Let's get those PB motes going.
Someone just gifted 14.
I love it. Yeah, all the proceeds from subs and bits are going to the charity as well. So thank you, everybody.
Those things are gonna like end up like just raising the total so much.
I know. I'm
crazy.
kind of. We're gonna drop that bomb later on the weekend. It's gonna be really fun. Oh shoot, I did that too early. I'm an idiot. Why did I do that?
This chomper is the most evil thing in the game.
Yeah, this room is also cursed, but this
Yep.
isn't even the cursed part yet. The cursed part's gonna be after this. All right. This guy's not too bad because you can always go like run behind bushes and
Yeah.
dodge him, but I have to navigate that seedling in just a minute, and he is quite actually a nightmare to deal with. I'm actually just going to try to dodge you right now. There we go.
There we go, yeah. And then there's this dude.
Oh, I'm trying to manipulate him so he gets in a better spot. There we go.
Horf?
So, in my run, we did recruit the flower friend, which I assume is not a part of this run, and
No.
we thought it was super cute the way that the plants bite. So the sound that came up is that they horf. So we made it a goal that every single boss fight after we recruited Flower Friend, the final hit had to be dealt by our recruit. And
That's amazing.
Whenever we succeeded, we actually accomplished it on the final boss fight as well. And
Nice.
every time we pulled it off, we had an emote of the plant with the word Horf, and every time we pulled it off, chat would spam Horf all over the screen.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
That's so good.
I remember, I'm my first playthrough, I named the plant after my persona, Oreo. And then my second playthrough, I named it Fidget after the character from Dust.
Oh.
Those are both good choices. By the way, this is one of the hardest boss fights in the game.
Yeah, I was
and
going to
it
say
might be
a lot about
counterintuitive, but I just equipped the hard mode medal.
Yeah, do you want me to say a lot of words?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please.
I really need to focus on this.
Okay,
fight.
so hard mode was equipped. It changes enemy stats around. Doesn't always just mean an HP increase. What that means is some enemies will actually have an HP decrease, but will gain a defense point. I believe this boss loses about 6 total HP, but loses about 6 total HP, but gains a defense point. So it technically has less HP. So you want to fight it in hard mode because of a funny thing you can do with defense points. I'm pretty sure this still works in this version. I'm not sure if they changed the way that like burly bombing and Kabu works. Did they?
It has to do with Burly Bomb. I'm not sure specifically with Kabu, but yeah.
Because the words I remember this being about is Leaf is dead.
Yeah,
that's really bad luck.
I can't do this now. Well, he did attack up, that's totally random. There's nothing I can do about that other than perfect block, which I actually did perfect block 3 times in a row. So.
Okay, so someone in chat is saying they're upset that the defense thing exists. So it still exists. Basically, even if you use a burly bomb to lower an enemy's defense, if it has a defense point, you can still pierce it with a defense piercing move, such as Kabu's basic attack. So at some point, you're going to see a burly bomb be thrown in the fight, and you're just going to see the defense down and the burly bomb, or like the defense down from the burly bomb and the defense down from the defense pierce come into play. And you're going to be able to do more damage than like even without any defense.
He is being so unbelievably rude today. He just did attack up again.
Yeah, this boss can also just buff its attack and defense whenever, and it's not fun.
I might be okay here. I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, the actual example of a defense pierce we're going to use is Hurricane Toss. I used Kabu's Horn as an explanation, but that's what we're actually going to use.
I'm good.
Alright, yeah, we're good. Because this is going to be the last turn, ideally.
If it's not, we're in big trouble again.
Yeah. So you're going to see Tornado Toss.
This should do it, because it didn't do defense up.
It didn't, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay.
Second try is good.
Second try's fine. There's a couple patterns that boss can do that you just literally can't beat, and it's all RNG. So, kind of got that the first time. Second time was better. And now I need to make sure I level up the right thing.
Alright. Dethrone
So
God.
there's horrible fight number 1 down. And
Yep.
that's also the end of chapter 2, by the way. I'm actually doing a new route today, and the main thing in the new route that you're about to see is the one optional boss that we are going to do in this fight is Scarlet. We have to fight Scarlet because Scarlet is involved in a side quest that gives us access to the alternate really, really good metal shop. We used to fight Scarlet at the end of Chapter 3, and now we're going to fight Scarlet at the end of Chapter 2. It's a lot harder to do at the end of Chapter 2, needless to say.
Mm-hmm. Also, there's a thing in very big text in the notes.
It's so big.
It's so big.
Yeah, guess what Blaze didn't do during his practice run last night and wiped to Scarlet 5 times as a result of. I did not take off hard mode. That's the downside of having a medal that controls whether or not you're in the challenge mode or not, is if you forget to take it off, you're going to start getting your butt kicked and you don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I think if I recall correctly, during my hard through playthrough, because I didn't do hard mode the first time I played through this game, but when I got the game on Switch, I did the full game in hard mode. In fact, I did the whole game before when it came out on Switch before our summer showcase, except for like post-game stuff, and I forgot to do that until literally 2 weeks ago. But point is, I think I suffered 8 deaths, and the upcoming boss Scarlet was like 2 or 3 of them. They were my first ones as well.
Yeah, the thing with Scarlet is basically a vampire, so Scarlet will heal himself when he does certain attacks, and there's one in particular that will heal 8 health, that if he does it, it's almost impossible to win the fight. But hopefully that won't happen. We'll see what happens here. Once we get through this, it's smooth sailing for a while. Aside from fun stuff, you know.
I was a big item user throughout most of the game. I used abominations more than anyone had any right to. So when I got to that one fight where he blocks you from using items, I was like, that's mean. That's mean.
Yeah, he's
you've like 100% of this game, right?
Oh, I did. Okay.
Well,
whatever you could 100% before 1.1 came out.
All right, because I was gonna say I have a friend whose successful attempt on the post-game boss involved using an abomination.
Yeah, there's a new post-game boss, which is actually like the ultimate boss in the game now.
I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about the previous one.
I tried to fight the new one. That did not go well.
I abused Leaf Shield or group Team Shield with Abomination so much.
Oh, I don't even know if they did the Team Shield. They might have.
I know that they nerfed it. I know that it reduces or it nullifies the damage from Abomination rather than just reducing damage, but it does also take away the Team Shield.
Yeah, there are things that remove that.
Oh, Hurry Slowly rated with 24 people.
Yay!
Hey, thank you. I just turned in a bad book, by the way, to get some extra berries. I like that NPC. He's very funny to me. I call him the library police.
I think his name is Reeves.
He's out there to rid the world of bad fan fiction, and I support him.
I think there's one book he talks about where his dialogue is like, it was supposed to be a mystery novel, but the only mystery is how it ever got published.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, I vibe with that.
I can't believe he found my fanfiction page.
Few know, but it is a sacred quest to rid the world of the bad fan fiction.
Listen, I was very into Full Metal Alchemist and Fooly Cooly, okay?
I can explain.
Listen, I just wanted to see a universe where the Monkey Ball characters get defended by Phoenix Wright.
My fanfiction was so bad that I created a new character by taking Haruko's name and reversing it. That's it.
Haruko.
That's the gimmick.
Okura.
Her name was Okura. And
Now,
she had purple hair,
did you think you were clever when you did that?
I mean, I've played some games that came out within the last 5 years where major spoilers could be found out early by just looking at their name shorthands. So maybe I was on the right track.
I feel like I've heard of that, but I played a game recently where there were spoilers in the game title.
See, that's just not nice.
But what was I gonna say? I've also played games recently where a major character was just a main character with purple hair, but that was like a good game.
Exactly.
You can see it tomorrow.
All right, this is the Scarlet fight coming up. This is another one where I need to be really focused because if I miss a block, I will probably die.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we go. And maybe while I'm focused on that, if there's any more donations or anything, this would be a good time for that.
Yeah.
We do have a $5 donation from Firebird Lover. I want to make sure Rency Wolfpaw gets full credit for being so generous. Thank you for the 14 gift subs and the 1,000 bits.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
I wish I could have the ability to pull off the fashion sense that Scarlet has.
I love her outfit.
Yeah. I do too.
I got attack down. I actually don't know how that affects the fight now. It's probably not good.
Who did you get it on?
V, of course.
That's not good.
No.
I think there used to be a thing, like, for this. Keep throwing.
I think I'm only off by 1 hit point now. Wow, I can't block for crap. Okay.
I'd say just keep doing stuff until you win or lose.
Yep. I was already planning on losing to this boss once anyway, so it's fine.
Okay, but have you considered not?
I have. Just had to pick on V. Alright, so this fight's over with. Whoops, wrong one. Please, I ask that you mercifully kill me quickly, Scarlet. That is not killing me quickly. Come on now.
I mean, it's preparing.
Yeah, that's true.
This RNG is cruel.
Yeah.
These are the only 2 boss fights in the game that are really, really bad that way.
Did
That's
you
the
take off the hard mode medal?
I did,
Yes.
thank you.
I
Yes.
saw it happen.
That was all me just being really bad at blocking. Okay. I'm gonna try not being bad this time.
I believe in you.
Thank you. My computer also is hitching a little bit, although I don't think that affected my blocks that time, so...
No, that just looked like bad timing.
Thank you. Thank you for verifying that I'm just terrible.
No problem. Anytime.
Okay, that was good. This is one of those games where when everything goes right, you look like a genius, and when anything goes wrong, you look like you're terrible at it.
Oh, so
The first time that I fought the final boss, on the hard mode, I thought I'd finished the fight, and we went to phase 3, and it was like, oh, it's still not over, and at that point I'd completely run out of items, and it was a lost cause. But on the second fight, it was nowhere near as difficult. Like, it didn't even seem like the same difficulty, and I was like, what did I do so wrong the first time that I struggled that hard just to lose?
Yeah, I mentioned that the hard mode playthrough I did earlier. I'm pretty sure several bosses during chapter 6 I beat with like 1 HP left on one character and no items. When I got to the final boss on that playthrough, I beat him without having to like, nobody got below like half health.
At the end of my first attempt, I was completely out of my held items. I had nothing left in my inventory. At the end of the second attempt, which I cleared, I still had like 17 of them.
Oh my gosh!
Whoa.
That's the
He had 1 hit point left.
Yeah.
I might be able to do this. I'm gonna try something here.
Why do you have so many eggs?
I like
Nice.
eggs. Eggs are great.
You got this.
Just do something. Nope, I don't got this.
I know where you have the eggs.
So I was... Okay. Yeah, I need the eggs for later.
Oof.
We are just getting all the bad luck today.
She
okay,
is
though.
scary.
Game of Thrones episode, The Scarlet Wedding.
Yeah. That's pretty much what this is.
Again, like most routes used to do this boss after chapter 3.
Yep.
So right now is a very hard time to do it.
That's fine. When you do this boss after chapter 3, it takes one less turn, so it's basically one more turn when things can go wrong, and that's why it increases the magnitude of difficulty so much.
That defense down has me very frightened right now.
Yeah, I'm trying not to think about it. It'd be nice if he attacked literally anyone other than V.
Yeah.
The person in front is more likely to be targeted, right?
Yes. Okay, that's fine.
That's good.
Yep.
This is one of those games where it's like, even if there's nothing to be said, that's perfectly fine, because then it means you get to listen to this game's music.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, this is fine now.
Yeah, you're good. You should
No one
just...
cares about Leaf.
What? I do. Yeah, no, but this should be the end of the fight here, so... Gaming.
Yep. Another important thing about why you need to get your perfect blocks in this fight is it reduces the amount of hit points that Scarlet heals, and it's just so tight at the end that if you miss a block... Like, what happened in that second attempt is I missed a block, and then because of that, Scarlet had one more hit point than I could do, so it took a whole other turn, and during that turn, Scarlet did the attack that I did not want Scarlet to do, so...
Mm-hmm.
It's just one little thing. That's all it is. But now the fights are much easier for the rest of the way. Knock on wood.
I will not.
My desk is made of glass. I'm in trouble.
Fine.
Oh, I need to remember to heal at the inn. Because
Yes,
that is like
do
the
that.
one thing on the new route that I keep screwing up. So
Heal it.
Danny, put that in bold, like 72-point font on the guide, please. It's almost as important as take off hard mode metal.
Is that why they're...
I mean, it's what's in with the kids.
Is that why they're called insects?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna be. Let's see. I want to talk about the more advanced metals. Lori, do you want to kind of start talking about that while I stay at the inn?
Yeah. So basically, what we did that side quest for is access to a kind of bar area, hidden behind the shop in the commercial district in Ant Kingdom, which is the screen where like we cooked earlier, and also the shop is because we're going behind it. And in that area, there are a lot of things that you can't find elsewhere, such as the ability to buy random tattle logs or spy logs from enemies, where you can like spy to see an enemy's stats, kind of like tattling. And one of those things is this metal shop back here, which is the one place in the game where you use crystal berries, which we've been collecting throughout the run. Crystal berries allow you to buy these metals, and some of them are really good and you can't find elsewhere. The one we're going to get right now is Poison Attacker, which anytime a character is poisoned, their attack gets increased by 1. This goes into a metal... Should I talk about kind of the setup we're going to use it with now?
Yes, because this is going to be the entire rest of the game, basically.
You have the other metal. The other metal that we have right now that this goes really well with is a metal called Weak Stomach. It's right there. Where Weak Stomach, anytime that an item is used on a character with it equipped, they will get poisoned. So basically, we can use an item on Leaf, and it will buff his attack.
Yep. And I'm very excited to announce we are about to get the zoomies.
Yes.
And I know Sean is very excited about that in
I'm
particular.
brand new to anything that was introduced in 1.1, so I'm very excited for this.
I am just hoping I don't make a complete fool of myself, because this Kabu mobile is extremely hard to control.
Okay, so it's one of those fast speed but very bad control or turn ability.
Yeah, that's accurate. All right, so now we have Kabu's dash. There we go. So now we can do that on basically every screen that is big enough to warrant us doing this. There's actually 2 different dashes. We have kind of like the level 1 dash right now. We'll get the level 2 dash after chapter 5. The big thing about the level 1 dash is if I run into any enemies, I'm going to get into encounters with them.
Does it count as a preemptive attack?
I almost had that. Oh shoot, I wasn't sure where it was going to set me. I don't think so, but I haven't had it happen enough to know for sure. Oh, okay. See, like I said, really hard to control. I think we'll just do this normally. Ooh, hi.
Wow.
I didn't realize there was a not solid wall there. That was fun.
Flirting with the ledge there a little bit.
Oh yeah, did they
should have
fix
known.
this? Because I remember hopping across this this sand pit, and my chat was like, "You're not supposed to be able to do that." And I went, "What?"
I'm not sure. I don't do that. Oh, by the way, something really cute that I noticed literally this morning is you have the snail caravan right there, and the snail goes and hides in his shell when you get to this encounter.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute. Okay.
Got places
So-
to go, gotta follow my rain bug.
This is actually a really hard fight because this Icefall is the hardest to hit, and I'm just barely missed it, so that's okay. You would think with 3 bugs, if you hit the one in the middle, you would just kind of get what you needed, but you don't. Ooh, okay, that works.
Okay.
Yeah, we
I'm-
take
I'm
those.
cool. I'm cool with that.
That was an ice pun.
Ice.
Ice?
Ice?
I couldn't think of a pun, I'm sorry.
I know. Your contribution is still
Oh, that guy's not dead
appreciated.
still. Whoops.
Hey,
Oh no, they poisoned you with their needles.
if all 3 of us make the same joke, then wouldn't it be cubed?
I don't think that's how jokes work. I think it would just be joke times 3. I don't know the mathematic properties of joke.
Joke time. Joke percent.
The mathematic properties of joke.
Of joke.
All right, that fight got a little longer than what I would prefer, but it was fine. You can turn to that fight if everything goes absolutely perfectly, but like I said, you have to hit some of those icefall spots that are very, very, very tiny in order to hit and freeze all 3 enemies at the same time.
You know what? I think it's okay that I couldn't think of a pun about ice. Because we have people making some pretty solid ones in chat.
Nice.
Nothing
Nothing,
sounds like ice.
Nothing's worse than a watered down pun.
What an ice thing to say.
We're going to be doing a lot of cutscenes for a while as we get situated in the beehive, so this would be another really good time for donations.
There are no new donations for the time being.
Time being. Haha.
Well, everybody can just enjoy the sound of Kabu using his little zoomy legs here.
I like the tippy taps he does against the ground as he does that.
It's so adorable. They really outdid themselves.
Now that is new, right? The run?
Yeah,
Yes.
the dashing has been in the game for exactly 9 days.
The run's about 9 days old, but yes.
Okay.
It's very fresh.
I still haven't played it yet.
Oh no.
I think it's designed to be more of like a quality of life thing. I love when developers do stuff like it's completely optional. Like you don't have to do the dash at all. So if you're just not comfortable with it or if you don't want to do it, like there's nothing in the game that's going to make you do it. But for everybody else that maybe wants to do like 100% run or do a challenge run or something, not like their first playthrough, it just gives you like this tool to like increase your quality of life when you're playing the game. And I just love it when developers come up with really clever stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's just so cute.
I would be so on edge if that many people with masks on were staring at me.
Wear a mask, everyone.
That's why we weren't wearing a mask.
That's true. There's also
bees
some
are-
weird thing inside of Leaf, and this dude
Notice-
wants to cut it out. And we're going to tell him to cut it out, but not in the way that he wants to cut it out. We're instead going to summon a shield. We're going to summon a shield again in 2 minutes, but that time we'll get it as a combat ability. This time we don't get it as a combat ability. Or do we get it now?
Nope. We got the combat ability now. We get the field ability once we get to the factory.
I was almost correct about something.
Which is just odd. Like, there's a reason why we'll get it in a minute, but it's a little silly that it's split up into two like that, in my opinion. So we're just kind of gathering up our team here, and then we're going to be headed out. We're supposed to be going for a tour of the honey factory because we've collected 2 artifacts now, and the third one is actually powering the honey factory right now.
Yeah, so this was more of like a thing where we were like, we needed to be there because we made a replacement for the core, but we needed to be there. We made a replacement for the core, so we're going to give it to them. And they're going to put it in, and they're going to give us the artifact.
Yep.
And that's going to go well.
It's going to go great.
It's going to be nice and easy. No bosses needed. We're just going to end the chapter.
Not really. Zasp over here sulking.
Zasp needs a hug.
He needs a wingman. I don't know what Zasp needs. He needs yeah. Bees do make the best wing. Well, there aren't a lot of bird. If there was a bird in this game, it would be like the ultimate weapon in Final Fantasy
Birds can be
games.
kind of peckish.
Yeah.
They're a little flighty.
They're not beak performance.
God damn it.
All right, this is another long cutscene, so if we have any more donations or announcements, this would be a good time.
No, this music is nice.
It is, but still.
Fine.
While we have no donations right now, Fastest First Fall Festival is raising money for Trans Lifeline. Trans Lifeline's hotline is a peer support service run by trans people for trans and questioning callers. Their operators are located all over the United States and Canada and are all trans-identified. If you're in a crisis or just need someone to talk to, please visit www.translifeline.org/hotline to learn how you can connect.
All right, and we have arrived at the honey factory. This is gonna... It's basically like going to Disneyland, I think, for the bugs. At least that's kind of the impression I get.
Come, my friends, see the end as we hunt for the everlasting sapling.
The doors are closed. The doors are closed. They closed the doors.
I love the panicked sprites. They're the best.
The doors are not open.
Willy Waspa and the honey factory.
We're locked
Nice.
we're locked in the store overnight.
Well, it's fine. I'm sure they don't have like a malevolent security system or anything.
No, it's fine. Basically what happened was off in some other random place in the world, some thing laid eggs somewhere.
Yeah, we're kind of meant to believe this has something to do with what we're doing, and you find out later, no spoilers, that it actually doesn't.
Oh,
yeah.
This is... Oh, go ahead.
You see Zasp and Mothava just run off, and then that happens. And that was the point in the game where I was like, oh, they're just villains. But, no. Well, yes, but... Yeah.
I just
now
bubble
we have the field.
You should explain Bubble Shield.
They have the field shield.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
So basically, yeah, the bubble shield is that. After holding the button for a little bit, Leaf will encase the entire party in a big bubble that
Wow, I almost
that allows you to go through things. It not only allows you to stand on dangerous field hazards, such as the electricity in this area and spikes in certain areas, but it also allows you to kind of just bump into enemies or get hit by enemy projectiles on the overworld without actually running into them. So it can be very useful for dodging encounters. However, it is slower movement speed than normal walking, and especially the dash.
So yeah, so for the purposes of a speedrun, Bubble Shield is a really challenging mechanic to use, but obviously you need to use it to not have to fight or get into encounters, and it's super useful that way. Because who wants random encounters in a speedrun? But then at the same time, it's extremely difficult to use because, as Laurie said, it makes you move slower.
T-pose to protect your friends.
This is the dungeon by the way, where we saw a couple kind of like combo puzzles in the last dungeon, but this is the one where like they really get a lot more complex, I would say, in terms of how you actually have to get past them. I think for a lot of people who play this game casually, this is where it sort of gets real. Not sure I'm gonna be able to make this.
My favorite enemy in the game is the bee-boop.
The bee-boops are great. Yes, we love the bee-boops on my channel. Oh, this is another cursed room, by the way, so here's hoping everything goes well. So far, so good. This is a lot of management of this room. Actually, yeah, I think we're good. Anyway, sorry, just focusing there for a minute. There is a crystal berry hiding right there that we need. And we need to get these key cards to progress through the dungeon, so... There we go. The trick with this room is if the buttons are both pressed down, that door is closed. And if one of them is deactivated, then it opens. But we do kind of trick the game a little bit with getting it to unfreeze that enemy. There isn't a different intended way to do that puzzle that is a little bit more complicated, but we just do it that way. All right, and now we get to fight the bee-boops. Let's get a round of bee-boops in chat.
Beep-boop.
My wife loves this enemy to death, and every time chat would say bee-boop, she'd poke me in the side while I was trying to play this game while saying it. It was adorable, but also very hard to stay focused.
All right, and this is the first time when we level up, we're going to take medal points.
So I came back to see everybody getting excited about the bee boops, but let me tell you, those things are little demons.
They're so
They have
cute,
their
though.
moments.
Do
for
not
sure.
trust them. Do not let them into your house.
There is one particularly evil one that we have to deal with in just a couple minutes. Absolutely. All right, this puzzle's actually fairly difficult too.
Basically, there is a button that you can use in this game to have the three characters talk about the room you're currently in. And it's usually not useful, unless you want to hear what the characters have to say about the room you're currently in. But in this room, that button actually has a different purpose, and that is that there are two characters that are switching the... you can see them over there, that have control of the platforms. So they don't move on a cycle, they actually move every time you tell them to.
Do either of you remember the names of those two characters?
Jen and Ari?
Because it is one of my favorite little Easter eggs in the game.
Jen
Yes,
and Ari.
that is Jen and Ari. And Jen and Ari are very, very cool. There are also two other NPCs later in the game that are named Pisky. Wait, how does it go?
It's Jen and Ari and then Sen and Pisky.
Yeah,
And it's
so
supposed to sound like generic NPC. We're not going to see Jen and Ari. Or we're going to see Jen and Ari, we just did. We're not going to see Sen and Pisky in the run because they're an optional boss.
Yeah.
And we already filled out our optional boss quota.
This was the fight where I learned that Honey or abominations don't work on everything in the game.
Yup.
This is another kind of lay fight. Depending on how these... Well, actually, now it doesn't matter. If I get a really good Icefall on turn 1, there's something different I can do in this fight that does speed it up. But like I mentioned earlier in the run, the RNG of these things is pretty unreliable. So it's more like, if you get the good pattern, you can do this. Otherwise, you do this. All right, and that is the Obama Honeys. And we just we rescued the factory manager, so that seems good, right?
Yes. Now we can manage the factory.
Yes. Very important. This is going to open up the storage area to us, and that is where we're going to go next. Do we have any new donations or anything like that?
We do indeed. We have a $20 donation from Wolf Shadow. I can't give as much as I normally do during these type of things, because I'm probably losing my job soon, need to hold on to what we have, but I can spare 20. Let's try to get a donation train starting so the hosts have some stuff to read. Choo-choo. And we have another $20 donation from KKHE. That just reads, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
Oh, shoot. This is a really hard room, and especially now with the dash, it's actually a little bit more complicated. I'm going to play it safe because I don't want to get into an encounter here.
Guys,
But,
we're like $300 away from hitting $5,000. I know
Oh,
we can do
man.
it before the end of this run. I believe in you guys.
That would be so cool. By the way, we fought these enemies earlier in Chapter 2, but they're going to be nice to us, and they're going to heal us now in our time of need, so we're going to take advantage of that.
Oh yeah, Venus
Here?
does that for us after we beat her in Chapter 2.
Whoops. Yep. I wanted to do a quick safety save here. This room is evil, by the way. This is another very evil room. This bee-boop is terrible. This is the evil bee-boop I was talking about earlier.
Why is it so evil?
Because it's not so much that the room is evil, it's that the puzzle's evil, and
Oh, this room took me so long to figure out.
yeah, this room is not signposted well. They actually improved it since a lot of people probably played this game. But yeah, the way you get through it is the beamerang. It's called the beamerang, by the way. I hope we mentioned that because it's great. But it has like a kickback when you use it. So in that room, what you do... I forgot to... okay, I need to... Hold on. I forgot to change my medals around, so we're going to quickly end this battle. We're going to go ahead and get things the way they should, and then we'll do it again. Sorry for all these refights, everybody.
Do you want me to go ahead and explain how the beamerang works?
Yes, please.
Okay, so when V or Vi or V, I think it's V, when they throw the beamerang and it's hovering and you recall it, the actual starting position of the beamerang is right behind where V's position was. So if you throw the beamerang away from a switch, you're facing away, then when you recall it, it will actually flick over to right behind where V was, which would be on the switch, activate it, and then come back to you. So there's a couple puzzles in the game that involve basically throwing the beamerang in some random direction while facing away from the switch, going to where you need to be when you activate the switch, and then letting go.
Yes. Including the coolest skip in the game, which I may or may not try to do anymore, because I've messed up some stuff and we're a little bit behind what I would like to be, but we'll see when we get there. He always likes to do that now.
Tempest Mask. What? Is this the Yellow Devil? I
Yeah,
did
no.
get those vibes. I'm a big Mega Man fan as well.
Rude.
Oh,
That's-
no, the
that's
self-healing.
fine. That's fine. We'll clean him up.
I'm such a big fan of multi-hit moves.
Alright,
Yeah,
we
the
got
multi...
him.
Go ahead.
I just said we got him.
We got him. Yep. Yeah, because the beamerang attacks, the tornado toss and the hurricane toss do 4 hits. As we load up a particular character with all of the attack buffs, that's why those abilities get so good, is kind of like the Paper Mario system. When you give somebody attack +1, it's very much like an integer-based system, so everything just goes up by 1. And when you give them 2, and so on and so forth. So, eventually we're going to be able to stack attack bonuses in this game to the point where that tornado toss, for example, will do like 7, 6, 5, 4. It's just gets
I'm
pretty
sure
ridiculous.
you guys know this, but has anyone done the math on what the highest single attack damage possible in the game is?
A lot.
I believe it's either one of Leif's attacks or it is one of the combo attacks.
I would love
remember.
to know, like, if you're at max attack boost, the enemy's at, like, max defense drop or something like that, and frozen, like, what the highest single target damage you can pull off is.
I don't know about single target. I know people have definitely tried to see what, like, the most damage in one turn can be.
Yeah, I imagine someone in chat might know. I haven't played the game that way enough to know for sure myself.
I'm sure it's incredibly inefficient to set up, but...
Oh, yes.
I am sure of that. But
Also-
I'm sure it's also very satisfying when you do.
Also, anybody else in chat or in the call not think to bubble shield through this room their first time? 'Cause
I did
didn't.
not, and I donated a gift sub every time I failed.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't either. Yeah, that is the first of there's a couple parts in this game where they give you like basically different rules of engagement. If you get into an encounter in that room, you don't get into an encounter, you go back to the beginning and you have to try again. So it's kind of like there's other stealth sequences in the game. It's pretty similar to those, I would say.
How do you do 499 damage in a single turn?
Oh my gosh, okay, someone figured it out
Painfully.
clearly. Alright, this is the final boss of Chapter 3. I love this boss's name. I did not figure out what the name of the boss meant until someone told me when I was streaming this game, and it is one of my favorite things in the game now. I will just say it, and everybody can see if they can figure it out for themselves. This is the B-33.
Is that was a bomber plane, right?
B-32 bomber.
It was, yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't think that's exactly maps out, but yeah. The
Oh,
B-33,
the letter B-33.
Yep.
Oh. It's just B.
yeah.
Macy, you sound so disappointed. Actually, hold on. I need to do this differently. I almost did that wrong.
Only a little.
I was thinking of it as like BEE 33, so...
Alright.
Oh yeah. Also, we're doing the defense thing again.
Yeah.
So the boss kind of dies.
Oh, these meaty hits.
Yeah, Hurricane Toss, in addition to doing an extra point against defense, also, if an enemy is in the air, it does an extra point of attack, I believe.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's actually, it only does that on one specific boss.
Yeah.
So I got confused. Anyway, the fight's going to be over in just a second. As long as I don't screw that up. Thank you.
So who are you guys a bigger fan of? The B-33s or the B-52s?
Kabu with the one attack being like, and I helped.
He did! He helped so much! What a good lad.
Kabu definitely used to be the character in the speedrun that did the least, and I have to say, especially after 1.1, Kabu is integral to a lot of the battles, especially in the next two chapters.
Kabu is my child.
The highest damage a single attack can do to a single target is 105.
That's so crazy to me.
That's crazy.
Is that theoretical, or like, has it actually been done? Kabu is motivational support beetle. I feel like Lori is also motivational support beetle right now.
I am definitely here. We have that in common.
That is very important.
Yeah.
Kabu is the
Alright.
very definition, as a bug, he's the very definition of someone who knows how to provide emotional support. He's a very squishy, vulnerable inside, protected by a hard outer exterior.
I
That is
don't
true.
know if Kabu has a pair of DK bongos, but I have that covered.
We all bring something to the table. We're going to be just doing some little side quest stuff and checking in with the Queen for a few minutes, so this would be an excellent time for some more donations or announcements.
While we do not have any more donations now, we are just 320 away from our 5,000 goal. we're very, very dang close, and totally, yeah, let's try and break it by the end of the day.
That would be so cool. One thing I just want to quickly mention, everybody. We've been hyping up the Celeste bonus run for tomorrow. One of the runners in the Celeste bonus run is coming up right after this run, doing a level design panel that you will not want to miss. It's going to be really fun.
If you guys can break the 5K before the end of the run, I'll give out another copy of this game to the donation list.
Let's do it.
That's going to be, what, 3 if it gets met?
Yes, because I've got mine. I'm covering for you. I will add a third one.
All right.
I will also add a copy. Why not?
All right.
I'm broke.
More bug fables. Hey,
Yeah.
You know what? We're all helping out in our way. It's very important that people don't overexert themselves in a time when we're all just kind of trying to make it and scrape by for a lot of people right now. So.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Chapter 4 quest is we find out that the Chapter 3 artifact is actually only half of an artifact, just go with it, and that the other half is in the Lost Sands somewhere, which is that desert that we were exploring earlier. Comic Sans.
Wait, Sans, like from Dust Force?
I thought you said Sans, so I was making an Undertale joke.
Sam from iCarly?
No, it's ViCarly right now.
Oh, my bad.
Every time a new chapter starts in Bug Fables, you just get that oh.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome
you just
back
get
to
big time
ViCarly.
rush.
Whoops.
What you got there? A sapling?
Oh, we didn't mention one other thing about Shades' shop since I'm in here again right now. This is where you get to play the card game, because yes, Bug Fables has a card game.
Yes.
It's pretty great. Oh, come on.
Tangerine cards. Or no, it was Golden Seedling cards. The Golden Seedling cards carried me hard.
Well, the Golden Seedling is pretty great. The Golden Seedling is like the metal slime of this game, so...
Mm-hmm. I remember using the card game to grind for berries after I finished the game. To finish getting 100%.
Go ahead.
The final boss's card is literally it's the same TP as Golden Seedling, and it's just win the round.
I think chat needs to start coming up with revised television show names that work for Bug Fables. So we have ViCarly, we have Drake and Wasp.
Drake and Wasp.
Drake and Wasp, but it's not like a specific wasp. It's just like the Starbucks like bee in a cup.
Yeah.
Bug Time Rush.
For my money, by the way, this is the best chef in the game, and other people will fight me about the one later on. But I love me some Crisby.
I'm a Cut fan.
Crisby makes a mean donut.
I'm a Cut fan.
You're a Cut fan.
The greatest American beetle.
Beastars!
Did someone...
Junie B. Jones.
I'm... A lot of people know me as a big fan of bunnies. I have not seen Beastars yet, and I should.
Beastars.
You really should.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh.
I'm blanking here. Even Universe.
Miami Lice.
That's the best I can think of.
That's great, too. These are some really fun dashes that I have not practiced nearly enough, by the way.
So yeah, basically there's this hidden sand castle, but we don't have the keys for it. And okay. So we got half a key, and then we were told that it was only half a key. So we need to go find the other half of the key. To get that half a key, we need to go find 2 other keys to make one big key so that we can get in the area where the other half of a key is.
Yes.
That's chapter 4.
That's basically chapter 4.
B0. Starting life in another world.
Code Byoko.
Code Byoko. I loved that theme song.
It's so good.
Oh, hi. You're right there. This guy's got half of the key.
He looks like a gym leader in Pokemon, like Sword and Shield.
He's supposed to be an archaeologist.
I mean, there is a gym leader in Pokemon Sword named B. Not in Shield though. Nope. Oh my god.
Whoa! How did that not knock that down? Okay.
Bugs in Code Lyoko have 3 body parts: the head, the thorax, and more head.
All right, this is one of the annoying things that they changed in 1.1. There's a jump back there that used to be really easy to get, and they made it really hard to get. So I'm gonna take a second and go around here.
Yeah, grabbing another HP plus because I don't think we ever like level up upgrade HP.
We don't.
Yeah, I don't know if that changed in the new one, but I didn't expect it to.
Nah, who needs hit points?
Some people.
We didn't used to use that second HP plus medal though, and we do use that now. So
yeah,
so there's that.
I know it just also existed as a safety strat if possible.
Yeah, we're good though. Oh, so we're gonna learn a new ability here. We haven't done this for a little while. Kabu is we're locked in here. We need to figure a way out. So Kabu's like, we'll dig our way out.
Kabu knows how to lockpick. There we go. Lockpicked. I almost said pick locked.
And this is the hardest stealth sequence in the game coming up here. I can't let any of these enemies see me.
Why would you ruin this? Wag says, I know those wall tapestries were supposed to have a bug shadow on them, but it totally looks like a dog snout. And I was like, what is he talking about? And now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it, and I hate you.
Also, you know how I was just talking about lockpicking?
Yes.
I just realized that's who I'm commentating with, Sean Picklock.
Oh, that's a new one. That's a new one.
I'm surprised that's a new one, honestly.
I think my top favorites are Shipstock, Liplock, and I think someone called me Bugle, Sean Bugle, and I went, why Bugle? And they said, because that's my favorite chip.
I was about to ask what your favorite type of chip is.
Salt and vinegar Pringles.
I think it's because Sean doesn't go rogue enough.
I don't think we get it.
Because it's picklock and rogues picklocks.
Oh. Yeah. I thought you were about to say something even dumber.
I'm proud of that one. I'm usually not the funniest person.
I'm proud of you for that one.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from you, especially.
I won't admit that I'm proud of you.
Ald, salt and vinegar is the best. I will eat salt and vinegar chips until my lips sting from how numb they are, and that's when I know it's time to eat more.
I don't really like salt and vinegar too much.
I don't really like you. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Oh my god.
That's reasonable. This room has a cool thing in it. Are you getting it? No, you're not getting it.
Nope.
Dang. You speedrunners and you're being too cool.
Who needs cool stuff?
Leaf? That's his whole combat gimmick.
Oh yeah, that's actually my favorite line in the game that we skip past, but Leaf's... When you first get Leaf and you see his ice magic, like Kabu's like, "Oh my god, you have ice magic," and Leaf's like, "It's pretty cool."
Oh my god, Ressi Wolfpaw gifting 20 subs.
Holy cow.
Channel.
I can't even count that high.
Heck yeah. What?
That's so cool. Thank you. This fight's really fun. Sean, I know you were talking about this fight earlier. Do you want to talk about this fight a little bit more?
All I know is that if you try to use an item in this fight, which I had been very liberal about leading up to now, he comes up and he beats it away from you so you can't use it. So
Yes.
you have to win this fight on your own merits. No healing, no attack boosting.
Yeah, and this dude's attacks are very dangerous, especially when we don't have that much health. So we're gonna do this.
Ooh, 5 more gift subs from Bursic Badger.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Bursic. Thank you, everybody. Oh, by the way, we'll hear this a few more times, hopefully, over the course of the run. The sound of attacks bouncing off the bubble shield is by far my favorite and most satisfying sound effect in the entire game.
I love how he stabs. He's like, nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. Like an old man trying to poke you with his cane to get you to leave his lawn.
Well, he only has one arm. I don't know if you caught that.
No, did he throw it?
I don't know what happened to the other one.
Sounds like someone clicking their tongue.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
It is.
We were talking about a similar sound effect earlier. I'm pretty sure it's the tongue clicking of the composer.
That's so good.
Yeah.
So, the man behind the jams.
Let's go. Good
stuff.
blocks.
Good stuff.
Yep. This fight will test your blocking ability for sure. This should be it though. But yeah, that fight is very difficult casually, especially if going into it you don't know that he's going to keep you from using all of your items.
Mm-hmm.
So we use Power Exchange, which is the second of the Crystal Shop medals I got. It gives me +1 attack, -1 defense. And then we just ride it out.
If I wish I'd gone in the only quality of life change I would have wished for. I know that they give you an option to swap stuff around in the late game, but I would have loved a confirmation menu, because the fact that it has that menu of pick an upgrade and you press A, and then the next time you press A, it's going to pick whatever you're highlighting. I was always scared about pressing A too quickly and messing that up. I would have loved if there was a confirm, like, are you sure this is where you want to spend your points, just so that I had that extra little chance to back out.
Yes. All right. So I think, gosh, I hope I'm doing this right. This is where the XP route gets kind of confusing. I think I need to fight this encounter.
Yeah, this looks right.
I might need to fight 2 encounters though. Let me see what my XP is at. I need to level up on the fight after this. So that's 30. It gets me to 38. Oh yeah, Dune Scorpion's a thing. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I need to
You are in a very funky position. You'll be fine.
Okay.
You will level up where the route says you should.
Well, I'm on the typical route that you get, because the only thing... Generally, there are bosses that will spawn ads, and the B33 is one of them, and that can throw things off a little bit, but I think I'm good.
Yeah, from what I can tell, 38 entering Scorpion should put you at, like... I think... I'm not going to say the number, because it's going to be funny.
No, say it.
No, you're going to see it.
Oh, okay. We'll just wait for that then. This fight's actually really tough casually, I think, for a lot of people. Especially because it kind of comes out of nowhere. We should be able to do it in... No, it's going to take 3 turns because he just burrowed, but it's unfortunate. But yeah, this fight's not too bad.
Mikey wants to know, do all bugs in this universe have the ability to use magic, or is it something you have to be born with?
Actually, Leaf's magic powers were not born, and it's not a thing that everybody has. It's really messed up, actually.
Yeah,
that's the way I'm gonna put it.
Leaf's lore has a lot going on. It actually has a... I'm not... Without getting too...
Nice.
Nice. Without getting too spoilery, it actually has a lot in common with The Last of Us, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Another good Metal Gear Solid moment coming up here. Leif! Leif!
Don't leaf us! you timed your leaf just a little bit too soon. Could have done it for real.
I forgot if it was at the beginning or the end of the cutscene, so...
It's somewhere in the cutscene.
Well. Yep. Okay, now we get to go to the sandcastle. I think the sandcastle's probably my favorite dungeon in the game.
It's a very nice one.
It's pretty great.
I had a discussion in chat. Your EXP route is fine.
Yeah.
We're sure.
Okay. No, I'm pretty good. I know my math. it'll be fine, and I know how to fix it if it's not fine later. So
Yeah.
there's too many words in this guide now.
We could make them all 72-point font if you want.
Oh gosh,
Nah.
that would be tough.
Bug Fables, the speedrun with the only known 350-page guide.
It's like when you have to write it's like when you have to write a 500-word essay, and you just you cheat by making the font size super. What am I doing? Wow.
No, you don't do that. You make the periods 20-point font.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, I thought for word count you just changed the font color to white once you were done and kept typing.
There's a lot of really fun rooms and puzzles in this dungeon. I just it's all very creative. We got ice block puzzles. We're gonna have some other kind of platforming puzzles later on. There's a lot of really cool. There's a lot of really cool like multi-part puzzles. And then there's also some puzzles that we're actually just gonna skip entirely because they are exploitable.
Mm-hmm.
This room has a really cool cycle. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it, but I'm definitely going to try here. Whoops, that's not going to help. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, so I'm going to play it safe. And I still messed up that jump because I got excited. It's fine.
No, I agree with what Fatal's saying. Like, if you are a fan of the Paper Mario franchise, or if you're a fan of good RPGs in general that involve, like, reward you for exploring and doing side quests and give you additional abilities to use in battle, this is the best game I have ever spent $25 on in the last decade. The amount of content you get, the amount of challenges you can give, the accessibility between whether you're someone who likes playing casually or doing it on hard mode, which rewards you, by the way. You get rewards for beating bosses in hard mode. It's just an all-around. It is worth the price that they ask for it. It would be worth it even if it was more expensive. So you owe it to yourself to try this game out if you've got the money to spare.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Or the family members to beg to give you money to spare.
It's also one of the speedruns that it's a really easy speedrun to learn, and it's a really hard speedrun to master, which is something I always look for in speedruns because I'm not really great at speedrunning. I don't know if you've all noticed, but I'm not the best like platformer ever. So I appreciate this game being accessible to me as a speedrunner as well, because it just gives me an excuse to play it like all the time, and I love it so much.
I've speedrun it before.
Mine's a little bit more unique, but like as someone who does voice acting, I really enjoy games that have like very personable characters that are easy to like figure out their attitudes and their mannerisms and their development. So I always tell people, you know, if you want to practice to become a voice actor, you should look for games where you can just practice doing voices. And this is one of those games where it's very easy to like suss out what characters might sound like in your head and practice in that way.
Yeah, this game is just like oozing with charm that way too. It's like, obviously we're skipping all the dialogue. I promise you, when you play this game casually, don't skip all the dialogue. It is absolutely worth the time to figure out what is going on with each of these characters, which isn't always something we can say about these kinds of games.
Oh yes, this room. I don't know how I solved this room. I just know that I solved it, and I'm glad that I did.
I know how I solved this room the first time I played this game casually. Steam forums.
I did it the way that you're supposed to, where you read the hint.
I didn't know that. I think I probably didn't realize that there were in-game hints in this game.
Well, no, it's literally just a pillar tells you exactly what to do.
Oh, okay. Well, they've made the hint system a lot better too. I think I just saw Ald saying in chat. So this is another one of those spots where it's like, oops, they just kind of left something there that you're not supposed to know to do that.
And that's a discovery right there.
That's the last discovery I'm going to get, unless I missed one, which I don't think I did.
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
There are backup ones.
Yep. There's actually a backup one right next to the people who give you the discoveries. That you would think we would get that one, but it actually takes a really long time because it's like 12 text boxes, so we don't do that one.
Yeah.
I need to put power exchange on Kabu. And actually, I have the metal points now. Oh, no, I don't. Never mind. We're good. I need to do strong start after this chapter. Okay, so here's what we're going to do here. We're going to knock these guys down using that. And then unleash Kabu. I'm really proud of this fight because this is my one contribution to the new route after 1.1 is figuring out this one-turn strat for this fight.
Yeah. Now that you have dash through in Chapter 4.
Yep. All right, and we're going to get metal points, which is why I'm going to be able to equip that strong start medal, which I've been kind of sitting on.
Oh, we got frigid.
And we have Frigid Coffin, which I might use in one fight, but you actually don't use very much in the speedrun. But it is an amazing ability when you're playing the game casually. For sure. I know you guys were talking about it earlier. All right. I'm going to just do a quick safety save here, and then it is time for the Chapter 4 boss. We're actually moving along pretty well. I know it might seem like the pace is off, but the end of this game... the pace actually picks up quite a bit. So
I was gonna say, I always felt like the end game part of this, it felt longer if you did all of the side quests, because that's when a bunch of like the bonus bosses became,
Possible
to do. But I was like, wow, we're only an hour off, but no, I can see where if you skip all the side content after like the first half of the game, it really starts ramping up.
Did you also perchance try to fight Devourer after Chapter 3?
Attempted. I think there was one bonus boss I actually did finish the first time it was accessible, but all the others was like, nope, this isn't happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I definitely did try to do, what's it called? Devourer very early on. It went... Yeah?
It went about as well as you would expect for a boss named Devourer, if I was to guess.
I am so glad that the first bonus boss, it was either the first or second that I beat, was the one that gets you the Flower Friend, because they helped so much in future games. I heard that there's changes for the Flower Friend now in 1.12. Like, you can swap out their ribbons on the field instead of having to go back to the laboratory.
Yeah, you can do it mid-battle now.
Oh, that's so good.
It uses up its turn, so you can't swap and attack, but you can swap.
That's still worth it, though.
Yeah.
All right. I got the good pattern on that boss, so that was a 2-turn fight. Very easy. Just in case anyone's curious, because I know I had that little bit... We were just talking about the time, and I had that little bit of a inventory management error, let's call it, earlier, but I am right on pace to finish up my estimate right now, so... It's a good thing we had a nice fat estimate. Do we have any donations? This is going to be a slow time here while we're gathering up the next artifact.
We do. We have one from Mikey Pond 768 for $20. Don't have much to say other than best of luck. Also, couldn't think of any good bug puns. Didn't want to be a pest and infested with something bad.
Oh, that's a good one. You passed. You passed the test. Thank you so much for that donation.
I mean, it probably is a good idea to infest, You can make real good money that way.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. We have another $10 donation from Oasis. Don't forget the name of the best actress of the Golden Girls, B. Arthur.
I don't want to be Arthur. I want to be Lori.
The Final Fantasy Legend 2 imp name bid war for Boop.
Of course.
That is a very Oasis thing to bid for. I approve. Oh gosh, why? Oh man, I dropped an.
How are those
really
bid wars
bad
going? By the way, what's coming up that we've got?
The bid wars that we're currently looking at. So let me take a second here. Let's see. We have the Super Mario Land Game Color Scheme bid war. Currently, Virtual Boy is winning by $25. Final Fantasy Legend 2's Human Name bid war. Poke is currently winning by $19. Oh, no. A lot of names. HTBT for the robot name. Dragon Name bid war. Durg in all caps. Another for Legend 2. Good Taste, Bad Taste, Palette Swaps. Bad Taste is winning by $20.
That one's actually really cool. I'm just going to cut in for a second there. So what that is during the run of Final Fantasy Legend 2, they're going to be able to swap the color palette at will, basically. So for every $20 that you donate for one of the palettes, they will do a palette swap all throughout the run.
Oh no.
And it's pretty great.
You guys need to donate so we can name the robot B-33.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we have another donation from ML Jack, a $25 one. Best of luck towards reaching your goal.
Thank you, ML Jack. Thank you, everybody. We're gonna get 5K really soon. Let's keep pushing for that.
I think it's possible. $265 in an hour, we can pull it off.
I think so. Oh yeah, this is a really important boss. Lori, maybe. Well, you can both talk about this boss while I do nothing.
I don't remember. I think this was one of the bosses where I got freeze lock, and so it was much shorter than I expected it to be.
Well, you can't win this one. Because he does this.
Oh, never mind.
You are thinking of a different thing?
Yes.
We will get to that. This is a Force Loss encounter with the Wasp King. He messes you up and steals... You know that whole thing about the half the key, the half the key, the key, the key, the half the key? We make the key with the other half the key from the sandcastle, and then he takes it!
Kingdom Hearts, bug fables.
And then he runs!
But this is the best part, because we get him as a helper. And he deals a lot of damage.
Maki.
Maki know how to smocky.
Yeah.
Yes. If things were so bad, I feel like we should have gotten Maki a long time ago.
I mean, for what it's worth, you're doing the run. You know?
That's true. Yep. We'll get Maki soon, actually. That was our reminder that Maki exists. For those who forgot, Maki is the person who trained us way back at the beginning tutorial. All right, I'm going to get my 2 other discovery rewards, which is 2 crystal berries, which is exactly the number... Well, I need a few more, but... Whoops. Forgot that I have that item now. Yeah, I'm going to be doing... errands basically for the next couple minutes again, so keep on reading if there's anything to read.
For the time being, no.
Go ahead.
For the time being, we have no donations.
Dang. I guess we'll have to say words about video games.
I do like that Mikey wrote, "When you fly away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go."
I was singing along with you, but I forgot to press my push to talk key.
I just realized something.
What did you just realize?
I don't think I need these dark cherries anymore. Anyway, I got them, so that's 50. That's 50 berries.
I grew up in the Midwest. I love cherries. Give them me.
Oh god, all I can hear is Utada Hikaru.
All right, and I just bought a break medal, which is going to give Leif the ability to use defense down. So we were using those burly bombs earlier in the run, and those were really good. And now we have an ability that does that without an item.
Utada Bikaru.
Oh, goodness.
Stop!
Somebody in chat said, "You don't hear me say bees."
There's the other medal I need. I need another poison attacker. All right.
Yeah, so poison attackers can stack.
Yep.
My sanctuary, my sanctuary.
Oh, the dash auto cuts. That's cool.
Yes.
It does. Yep. Yeah, it's fun to dash through bushes. I think someone made a lawnmower comment earlier. I wish I could mow my lawn. Like
I did.
Kabu. Yes, I just didn't remember.
That
who
was
it was.
me.
The
It was
only
Lori.
thing-
It was
Please remember
Lori.
me. Please remember me.
Lori, I acknowledge your existence.
Thanks.
The only known thing that runs faster than Kabu is me from my obligations.
All right, and I'm going to be crafting for a minute. So again, not too much to say really.
We're making.
We have fast crafting, by the way, in 1.1. That's a minor quality of life upgrade as well.
We're making candy.
I need a lot of candy.
Canned bee.
What's this bee's name?
Crispy.
Crispy.
Crispy is now my favorite.
That's fair.
Right? Crispy also makes a mean donut.
It's actually a very nice donut.
It is. It is a nice donut. It's like Crispy's ultimate dish is a donut, and I'm all about that.
Too bad there's no pizza in this game.
No, I would only eat the pizza.
What if the pizza was like not good in the run?
I'd route it in somehow
That's
as
fair.
like as a joke.
I remember one version of a route we did once where there was a fight where we bought like a poison potato and didn't cook it. We just used it just for
As a
fight
weapon.
to activate poison attacker.
Oh yeah.
Ah yes, pizza.
Pizza. There's some pretty fun dashes in this area. I'll try to do a couple of them, and hopefully I will make them look good.
This music
Yeah.
also goes.
Do you prefer your pizza with kabuta or wasparella cheese?
I prefer it without the shell.
Nice.
Oh.
Shelled crust pizza.
You eat your Big Mac with or without the peel.
I thought it was supposed to give you fiber. It's very important.
Oh, I wanted that room. I wanted that room in one dash. That's going to be like the new thing with speedrunners in this game now, is like how optimized are your dashes, like how many bonks do you get?
How
Well,
low can you go?
on the bright side, whether you pull it off or not, your hopes are dashed.
What about my dreams? My beams?
We don't have room for those. I'm sorry, you didn't get
Oh.
enough medal points.
Oh. Need
All
some
right,
more
this is like
storage.
a really weird, oddly slow part after all of that dashing, but no, go ahead. I talked over someone.
I was making a bad pun, don't worry.
Have
Fair
we made
enough.
a good pun so far?
I mean, I don't know. I liked the ticked off one, but maybe I'm biased.
It's the Power Bug Girls!
Yeah, sure.
I'll go with that.
I don't remember the.
Oh,
the
they didn't
theme.
freeze. I'm very sad now.
Blossom Bubbles and Butter Thug.
Yeah.
If you freeze them, they don't get to do that.
Yeah, these dudes have anger issues.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nope, that's not right. They're just upset. They're very close knit. That's the word I'm thinking of. So when you hit one, the other ones get mad at you, and they charge.
Yeah, that's another fight that I kind of helped Oh my gosh. This room's actually really awkward, but it's not that part that should be the bad part. That was another one of the fights. Basically, with 1.1, any fight that has like 3 enemies like that, you can do differently now. And so that it was always a one turn, but usually Maki had to like finish off the last of them, and now we don't even need Maki's help this time around.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Doing that. That is for the boss fight that I'm going to do in about 5 minutes. I just don't want to forget about it.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite cutscene in the game. Wait for it. Wait for it. By the way, V can fly. V hasn't been
Phew,
flying at all.
that was
but
another
V can
close
fly.
call. Good thing I couldn't.
Yeet! So good. In the interest of time, I am not going to go for the best trick in the game because I'm really worried about going overestimate. But there is a trick coming up called Swampland Skip, which saves about 90 seconds probably now.
Blaze, just get
And,
it first try.
It's so hard now. I swear they changed it in 1.1. It's a lot harder now.
Okay, but have you considered getting it first try?
I don't feel confident that I would get it first
That's
try.
fair. It
You
is.
get
It
it-
is very
If
tricky.
you get it first try, I'll top up to 5k right now.
Oh, I thought you were gonna. I thought you said if you get it. I thought you were gonna say if you get it first try, you'll add another copy of Bug Fables.
No. If it's that much harder, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. If you get it first try, I will donate the remaining amount right now.
All right.
We're 245
Well, I will give you
away.
my. I will do it. I will try it a couple times, just because if we're gonna
Alright,
try
cool.
for it, I might as well do it a couple times. But
Peer pressure.
just to give you my history with this trick, the first time I ever tried it on my personal stream, I got it, which was setting the bar like way too high.
What
When
did
I
it
ran this game
involve?
at GDQ, about a month ago now, I tried 5 times and didn't get it, and then when I ran it in a charity marathon, since then I got it first try again. So either I get it first try or I don't get it at all. So we'll
What
see
does it
though.
involve? What do you have to do?
This room.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
let
want me to
Lori talk
describe
about it.
Okay, so
Yeah,
basically,
it's in this room.
there are, you know how, like, there's this room, there's like a switch you can hit where the platform goes down, so you can kind of checkpoint to this area.
Yeah.
It's so basically you have to go through like 2 rooms before you get to where you checkpoint that ledge up there. What Blaze is going to try to do is, obviously has to go through the start of the room in order to get the bridge down. Is going to do the thing kind of like that one tricky room in chapter 3. So gonna throw the boomerang well facing away from the switch, and then move onto the bridge, and then move it back up using the boomerang, and then it'll be on top of this bridge right here. He's going to try and jump off of it while doing a very specifically timed throw to hit the switch from right here and skip the 2 rooms before you usually get to that checkpoint area.
All right, I got to get set up right on the corner here. If we're doing this for charity, I'm going to take my time and at least get set up, make sure I'm set up right. It's a little off. I don't want to see my character's height drop at all, but I want to be as close to the corner. Okay, that's probably good. All right, this is for charity. Let's go. Oh, it's just a little late. Okay.
Just a little bit too late on the throw.
But you can tell what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to hit that switch up there. And what it does is it releases the return platform that you're supposed to be able to access on the way back so that you don't have to do the part anymore. But if you do this exactly right, you can hit it on the way through. That's the change. I hated it. That should have worked. It doesn't work anymore.
That should have worked.
It's something about they changed the way the boomerang works when it hits walls, and oh shoot. I'm going to try one more time. I think there's a byproduct of that property changing is there's like an invisible wall that the boomerang now smacks into if you don't do it exactly right. But I don't have, that's just like my working theory because it's absolutely harder since 1.1 came out. But if you do it precisely right, you still get it. All right, one more try. Oh, I was just a little too late again. Okay.
All right.
But anyway, you can see what it is, and it saves, like I said, about 90 seconds. So,
Thank you for trying anyway.
Well, thank you for offering to donate more money.
Thank you for helping me successfully peer pressure.
Yeah, that's true. We did get the peer pressure going.
Really couldn't have done it without you.
I'm just putting the money where your mouth is.
It's a really cool trick, but it's so unbelievably hard to do. It's basically like the second throw is like a blind throw. So it's all timing, and you just have to, and you also, it's in a window, so like, it's not just like you have to do it right away. As soon as you jump, you have to do it like in a specific frame window in order to get it. So it's incredibly difficult, but it's so satisfying when you get it.
Yeah, and again, it only saves 90 seconds. You can only go for it so long before it actively just starts losing you time. Also, a little bit ago, we got the dash upgrade.
Oh yeah, so I actually have wheels now. It kind of looks
wheels,
like.
Yeah.
I was wondering about that. I was like, wait. He didn't always run like Sonic. What is that?
Yeah, it's like Sonic now.
Yeah, that's what the dashing looks like when you get the upgrade.
This may be a hot take, but I like the steppies a little bit more.
We were discussing that hotly on the Discord. I am of the camp that likes the second dash a little bit better.
Yeah, because
I love the Sonic wheelies.
I'm on the Sonic wheelie team.
Because Kabu has a face that like makes me think of like a bull, so I like that he does like the stamping foot like a bull.
Whoops, just trying to do that. Okay, this upcoming. Okay, so this is where you come out if you do the trick right. So everything that I did since I was trying the trick, that's what you skip. And this guy's a jerk, so I'm going to try to stage manage him way over here and then freeze the wrong direction. That's not good. He also likes to try to go back to his starting spot. I need this ice block. I think I'm good. Okay, we're good. And then this is another kind of tricky ice block puzzle. We're gonna freeze this guy. He's gonna be that switch. Okay, we hit that. Oh, that was not a good. Stay away. Oh no, that's not gonna work. I'm pretty sure.
I think it's fine.
No, I think it's gonna fall off.
I am very sure it's not going to fall off. And look at that.
Look at
Okay,
that.
look at you, Lori. Look at you
Look
now.
at me.
I was
played
not
this
brave
game
enough.
before.
It looked bad to me. I thought it was actually going to work, and then I thought it was going to like get crunched when I got up here to the top. Just to
No.
metaphor.
Eldolaros.
It would have been a pretty apt metaphor for the way a lot of this run has gone.
Eldolaro says, for this room, I got the left droplet removed because it wasn't useful and confused everyone.
That's true, actually. When I first started speedrunning this game, having not... Oh, hold on. I want to try this dash really quick because it's super cool.
I always use the left droplet to get the secret in that room. How do you get it now?
There we go. Yeah, there's an extra droplet in that room, which I think is for if you want to go back, but it's just... It doesn't... Like, it's not useful in the puzzle, and I can understand that for sure. So, good job, Ald. This is actually I think this is one of my favorite fights in the game. It's definitely my favorite song in the game for the boss music, so. This is also the end of Kabu's redemption arc, which I absolutely love as well.
Have you not seen that animation before?
I know we didn't get the poison paralysis, but is that a pretty good substitute? Because I'm going to be doing break a lot this run.
His best quality, the wiggles. Oh.
But yeah, as the kids say, this track absolutely slaps.
I wouldn't say that.
I like it.
I like it. I'm just being a contrarian because it's funny.
Oh.
One of those people.
Yeah. I
Oh
would
no, I
say
missed
it
my block.
goes off.
Oh no, I missed my block again. Just kidding. That's all scripted.
What?
This is Kabu is going to protect his friends. We don't know this right now, but this beast basically defeated him and two of his battle buddies when he was like a paladin in training.
Yeah, and then they died, and he didn't. So he did it.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm guessing that was intentional, but that still hurts.
No.
Oh, the failed attack? Yeah, I do that on purpose.
No.
No,
EXP.
you are at 104 out of 105 to level up right now.
Oh, it's fine.
Yeah. We can back that up, of course.
Oh no, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I get a heal here, so I don't need the XP for the next fight. I think that might be a change in the route that was made really recently that I'm just not aware of. So I'll look at it later, but I know my route and I'll be fine. We got the next stealth sequence coming up, and it's fairly long. So again, this would be... Oh wow, I went right in the door. That was cool. Never done that before. This would be another good time for some donations and stuff while I'm sneaking around here.
Why, I do have a donation to read. Sarf the Snack, a $20 donation. What do you call an undercover insect? A spider.
Oh.
I felt Spacian groan there.
Oh, it feels so good.
I think Sean secretly liked that one.
I'm mad I didn't... normally I can figure these ones out pretty consistently, so I'm upset that such a basic one eluded me.
Yurak need to keep yourself sharp.
Ah!
This is a really fun puzzle. There's a
Yeah.
lot going on. We're hopefully going to be able to get it in one cycle.
Man's asleep.
Yeah, he's asleep on the job there. He's a bit of a bed bug, you might say. I'm holding that switch, by the way.
That's a wasp. That's not a bed bug.
It's a bed jerk then. How are we 2.5 hours into the run and I haven't said wasps or jerks until just now?
They are jerks.
They are
They
actually
are.
jerks.
Wasps suck.
That's why they're the villains of this game.
Oh.
Check out those cool zoomies, though. Come on now.
I love them.
This is one of the areas in the game where when you get the movement down, it's so incredibly satisfying for me as the runner. Because everything in this part is very timed, like cycle-based, and when you do it optimally, it just feels good. All right, and now we're done with the stealth sequences.
Nice.
Very smooth.
Yes. We got to go meet our biggest fan, too, who is one of my favorite NPCs in the game, named Jade.
Zasp is a wasp, but I believe there's a bit of story lore that relies on someone acting like an insect that they're not.
There is another character that's notable for acting like a bug that they're not, to have access to somewhere. I don't quite know Zasp's deal, and I don't think that's it.
By the way, that poster is us in like Power Ranger form because we actually have fans. Word of our deeds has spread far and wide, and we got our own anime apparently.
Yeah, it's B-Stars.
That must be it. I'm gonna store some items here really quick.
Yeah, this is the first use of this storage system.
Technically, I don't think you have to use the storage system anymore, but
You
I
can
buy
collect
an
multiple
extra
now.
Yeah, that's a new upgrade too, or update. All right, this is going to be the final boss of Chapter 5 coming up here. If you've played this game casually, you would definitely remember this boss because he's very silly and memorable. He's also kind of a pain, but he's pretty easy in the speedrun fights against him, but this is General Ultimax.
Oh, hello there, General Guy.
I did not reset my medals again. I'm such an idiot. All right, we're going to lose the fight on purpose because I'm just too excited about talking about this game. I need to be paying more attention to what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's a very valid reason, let's be honest.
I know, but I still feel bad about it.
That was pretty efficient.
Oh yeah, at least there's that. This fight's very dangerous, except we can beat it in one turn if I'm set up right, so I'm going to change loadout, and basically we are going to load Kabu up with everything. Okay, now we're good. Notice how there's 3 enemies? Guess what ability we're going to use.
Woo, Nelly.
Let's load up the Kabu train here.
They just wanted a cardboard box.
He's still calm. He's like, this is fine. Nope, there he goes.
Wow.
It's not on the guide. This is where I take teamwork points, though. Okay.
I love his eyes after you beat him.
I'm pretty sure oh no, okay. I'm 4 short of where I need to be on the XP.
Yeah, I was about to tell you about that.
I know where to go. Yeah, this is I'm on the old XP route. There must be an updated one. So it's fine. I know what fight to do.
Good.
Anyway, this is the Wasp Queen. We've been dealing with the Wasp King, but this is the Wasp Queen, so
Wait, what was the exact number you had when you paused?
34, and I'll
30?
get 4. There's an encounter I'm going to do at the beginning of Chapter 6, so it'll get me 4, and the minimum number I need to hit my marks is 38, so I'll be fine.
Okay.
It's all good. I love how you hop on the bridge. The whole castle's having a this is fine moment, by the way.
Ooh.
It's not. Another fun little change that's more of like an aesthetic change in 1.1 is when you used to come into this cutscene, the stained glass window would already be broken. And I'll just mention it because it might be a little loud and jarring to people, but it's not broken yet. So guess what's going to happen in just a second here. He's got the power of fire on his side, so we can't really fight against him. So we're gonna hand over the artifacts. There it is. I love that.
Oh, they just finished that too. I guess now it's better if we call it strained glass.
Pained glass?
All right, we're about to get the most of broken ability in the game, and I know again we've been saying this is a glitchless run. I swear to you, this is not really a glitchless run. If the way your brain works is that glitchless means you're just playing it as optimally as you can, but it's like the casual playthrough, then what I'm gonna do in the next couple minutes will not be the way that people are used to seeing this game played casually. So. All right, what is the number of cherries here? Oh, sure, y'all took that part out of the guide. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. I'm pretty sure I'm good on berries too. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. I need to buy a bunch of items when I get to. We're gonna go to the Termite Kingdom in a second, and I need to buy a bunch of stuff when I get there. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did need that cherries that I got earlier that I was like, I don't know if they routed that out or what. It's actually it's coming up in this next part, so I'm good. Oh, wait. Okay. We just did a loop-de-loop. We're good. Trying to get to this ant right here. The dash is fun, man. I love it. I love the dash.
Does the upgraded dash improve your control at all, or is it still the same?
It's the same. Yep, that's right. Okay.
This is such a good area theme. I love it so much.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, how did that happen? That's so annoying. It dropped me out of my dash, like, right on top of that enemy. Wow, rude! And hold on, I need to do some math in my head. I think I'm fine still. I'm at 54, plus 50 is 104. Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. This is the guy I need to fight. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, how much...
I need 99. So I'm fine.
You're gonna be at 38.
Yep, 38's good. I'm not worried about my routing. Oh, that'll help too. Okay.
That works.
Now we're definitely good. There's been a couple times when I've gotten those 5 berries. Those are not guaranteed. It's like a 1 in 16 chance, I think, that you'll get those.
I know you're not worried about your routing, but I am.
No, don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Okay. If you're not
right.
fine, I'm just gonna say I told you so.
Yeah. So I do want to capture, because Sean, I know you played the game casually. I do want to capture your reaction to what I'm about to do in about 30 seconds here.
I am paying very close attention.
Do you remember this area from your casual playthrough? Because I know I do. Whoops.
I do, but for a reason you wouldn't expect. It's because I learned that you can go under that pipe that bumps up and down, and Kabu bumps along at the exact RPM or the exact BPM of Take On Me.
Okay. Well, did you also get lost here?
A little bit.
All right.
Everybody gets lost here.
You know how that bridge over there is where you go after you've gone through?
Yes.
We're gonna go there.
I'm so
All right.
upset.
You're not supposed to be able to do that.
So you remember the things we talked about like a while ago, where you can like do an action in the a field action in the air?
Yes.
Since the fly makes you gain height, if you jump and then your fly activates in midair, it gives you even more height.
Yeah, I actually did do that during my casual play. I just never thought to apply it to that specific section.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it lets you skip the whole...
Yeah, I just skipped, like, probably for most people that played this game casually, one of the most frustrating areas, because there's a part in this dungeon where it's like a path. I'm trying to remember. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but Lori, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, where it's like... Yeah, you have to follow like a very specific path, and if you get off, it makes you go back to the beginning. And it's an invisible path.
I feel like if my old job required me to use a stand-up desk, that's exactly how I'd be standing while I worked, is what this boss is doing right now.
I'm here to browse the Google.
Hey, he's got tiny front arms. It's hard for him. He's trying his best.
I like how when you hit him, he claps for you.
He does.
Right. That's another fight that can go very badly if you don't block right, because he has a certain percentage chance of, during his one attack, doing a paralysis attack. And if he does the paralysis attack, all of your best laid plans are dashed and you will have to reset. So very glad that he did not do that. All right, I'm going to change metals here because it is almost time for fists. We're going to be doing a little bit of setup here. This is the Termite Kingdom. I've got a little bit of shopping to do and a little bit of story advancing to do. So this would be a fantastic time for some donations and announcements.
All right. Well, we do have another donation from Olvin, a $42 donation, $1 per shot under par during my run of super inefficient golf. Thanks for having me for this marathon, and let's get that 5K.
Thank you.
And we are only 203 away from our goal.
All right. We probably got about 40 minutes left in the run, so...
I would say don't forget that those donations can still go towards that third bonus game, the Celeste Farewell Race. We're only $120 off at this point.
Oh man, let's get that met today. That would be so cool.
I mean, we're kind of far from it.
I mean, honestly, the same money that would get us over 5K by the end of this run could also close out the Celeste run. 2 milestones for the price of 1.
Sounds like a
could.
challenge to me.
It's 380 out of 1,000 or something.
Oh, I thought you said it only needed another 100 and something.
Oh, maybe I misread. Let me look.
Oh. Either way.
Oh.
I think the other 2 bonus games were worth 500, but this one's worth 1,000.
Yeah, that was my fault. I saw
Yeah.
it wrong.
It's still very
Sorry!
meetable. It's still
It's all
very
good.
meetable.
You just focus on Kabu's
You should've-
Sonic legs, it's
You
fine.
ruined
Yeah.
it. You should have done it like the GoFundMe. Be like, oh, there's only 120 more. And then they do it. And we're like, oh, there's only 500 more.
We would never do that to anyone. Who would do such a thing? Oh, by the way, one last chef in the game, and it's not my favorite chef. I know for a lot of people this is their favorite chef, and this is Chef Microwave.
Microwave. I did a draw pile recently with my friends. I am very much not an artist, but I did draw the microwave.
Aw. I just made a pumpkin pie in the microwave, by the way. I would not recommend trying that at home.
I put in my drawing, I put a tangy berry in the microwave, and then somebody else drew Kabu, like, get that out.
Mike.
All right. So this is the Coliseum. Whoops, we didn't talk too much about the like story stuff, but this is what we have to do to advance the story.
Basically, we're not in a great situation right now. So we're like, okay, we're gonna go to the Termite Kingdom and get the termites to help us, and the termites are like, we're not gonna help you unless you're strong enough. And so they throw us in an arena, and we have to do 3 fights back to back.
Which technically wouldn't have been the first time, because if you did the theater side quest, you have to do 3 fights back to back. But I think
That's
you
true.
get
That's
healing
true.
between those.
Yeah, and just like the tricky thing about this is we do not get any kind of healing or anything in between. So
It's Spider Friend! So, my chat and I love this spider to death because we call him the insect equivalent of, like, the neckbeard guy who sits in his basement. He's like, Ma'am! I need more pizza rolls!
he's very drooly.
He truly is.
Yeah. It's Drew.
I
Also,
love
yeah,
him.
no, I was wrong. You're fine.
I know. It's fine, though. By the way, Leif is going to be chugging energy drinks. Or, I'm sorry, V is going to be chugging energy drinks for basically the rest of the run. So, good luck to V's pancreas.
What do you think is V's favorite Gatorade flavor?
More like pancreas after this point.
What do you think is V's favorite Gatorade flavor?
I don't know.
Is this
Grape.
a joke, or...
No, this is a serious question.
Mom, we're out of Mountain Dew.
More like mountain. I can't
There
think
we
of a
go.
bug pun.
That's the
I
good
can't think
job.
of
Did it.
I can't think of a bug pun.
I think we're fresh out. All right. Yeah, the thing about those Mega Rush drinks that I'm using is they boost your attack for, I believe it's 3 turns, and then after 3 turns you sugar crash, but we're only going to use them in fights where we don't have to be in there for more than 3 turns. So, this is a big plot twist here. Go ahead.
Shasta, I agree. My immediate thought was Glacier Splash, but I couldn't think of a way to make a bug pun out of it, so I ignored it. But I'm with you there.
Hey, it's these 2 dorks again.
We get to fight them with their boss theme this time, which is cool.
Jam out with the crowd a little bit here. Whoops, I forgot. I gotta put V back in front here.
I like how true to form, because of the poison attack or the weak stomach badge, you're shoving energy drinks into V, and V's like, I don't like this. I don't feel so good.
Leave me alone. So this
Definitely
fight, Mothava dies a lot faster.
Mathiva said happy birthday to the ground.
Zasp is actually really strong there, so we typically will play this fight pretty safe and just put a bubble shield on our glass cannon here and make sure that
Also, I'm
we
sorry.
really
On the notes you sent me for this fight, I see a strat for the end of turn 1 that's subtitled "If Crazy."
I mean, that's how a lot of those strats usually are, right? All right. So we are going to get, while you're looking at the notes, Lori, can you relay to everyone the name of the wonderful vehicle that we are about to get?
Okay, so yeah, we're about to get into this cutscene here where we won the fight, so they're going to be like, yeah, you can hang with us. And what we need to go is specifically we need to get to Rubber Prison. So we're going to go over there, tell them we won because they watched us win. And they were like, cool, you won access to our subaquatic maritime neo-transport. Is what's
what?
written down. Subaquatic maritime neo-transport.
But Lori, what is a subaquatic maritime neo-transport?
Okay, so have you seen the movie Cars?
No.
Okay, good, because that has nothing to do with what a subaquatic maritime neo-transport is. It's a submarine.
Okay. I thought you were going to say like The Hunt for Red October or something.
No.
You know, like a movie with a submarine in it.
No. I couldn't think of a movie with a submarine in it, so I said the movie Cars.
Ah.
Because they're vehicles.
They are, in fact, vehicles. All right, so we now have the keys to the submarine. We got to dash around a little bit more. And we'll be getting on out of here. I have to say, for everything that's gone wrong in this run, the dashing has been, and I'm probably going to jinx it now, but the dashing's been really good. This must be what Sonic speedrunners feel like, is that right? I've never speedrun a Sonic game, but I have to assume it's something like this.
I've only tried to learn one Sonic speedrun, and it wasn't like a platformer, so I can't say.
Sonic speed runs are like a unique experience for me, because, you know, there's some of these runs where like people end up going off the map and they're like, I need quiet.
I went underwater. I have to interrupt, sorry. I went underwater just for fun, and I forgot it made the little sound effect.
But
we do
like,
have a Sonic block soon.
so many Sonic speedrunners end up going so fast that the camera can't follow, and so they're doing all of these movements without necessarily seeing where they are in the stage or where their character is on screen, and it's insane. I have so much respect for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the only Sonic run that I've actually tried learning was the second Riders game. So I've never tried a main series one.
I never owned a Sega Genesis growing up, so I'm gonna just blame it on that.
Me neither.
All right. So this is the rubber prison, and I think for most people that play the game casually, this is probably the most challenging of like the puzzly kinds of dungeons where it's like puzzles and enemies mixed together. It's kind of it's a mix of like a lot of the stuff that we've seen before, kind of being presented in new ways with a bunch of just like extremely scary monsters running around. We're gonna avoid that as much as possible, and we're gonna break a few things. We're gonna go really fast, and we're just gonna try to get through this as fast as we can here.
That dude just spinning.
Yeah. We're going to use a lot more broken fly jumps in this area, too. It's kind of like a staple of the rest of the run now that we've unlocked that fly ability. Is this the ability to do pretty broken things with flying?
The only thing I don't like about the fly ability
Whoops.
is it
Oh,
sounds
shoot.
like...
Sorry, I mismenued. Okay, we're fine.
The
I
only
thought
thing
that
I
thing
don't
was
like
going to hit me.
about the fly ability is the sound it makes. Sounds like when you like try to put a dry marker on a whiteboard, and it sends shivers down my spine.
There we go. Just to talk a little bit more about the fly jumping, because I'm going to be doing it a lot. Basically, when you do a fly jump, you can get a good, a better, and a best fly jump. And there's a lot of the fly jumps that we do where it doesn't really matter which one we get. But there are certain ones where I have to get at least a better fly jump, and that was one of them, because otherwise you don't get the height to get up onto that box. And it's all dependent on which part of the frame window you hit when you're executing the fly jump, what height you get. And oh my god.
We just got some pretty big donations.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Well, one, we got a $3 one from AKL Trifecta. Be evening out the numbers once more. A trifecta of dollars to make it 200 more. Also to the Final Fantasy Legend 2 robot named Bidwar for B33. A $25 donation from Crimson Shooter. Which insects provide the best materials to make jewelry? Beetles. And a $175 donation from Ressi. Making it to a total of 5,000.
We did it!
We got it 5K. All right.
We did it!
Very, very awesome.
Another copy of Bug Fables.
Another copy of Bug Fables. And another one. And another one.
That's not what I was going to say, but that's also cool.
That's what I was going to say.
Fables for everybody.
Ooh,
You get a Bug Fables, and you get a Bug Fables. All right.
No, seriously, that's like, what, 4?
Yeah.
Beyond that, though, like a huge thank you to everybody for helping us hit 5K. I know
that's
like
kind of where I was
donation
going
goal.
with that. I was
It's
going
very
with we
good.
just met our initial marathon goal, so thank you so much, everybody.
You'll have to update that after your run.
I was going to say, do I have to do it during my run?
No. I mean,
Okay,
unless
I'll
you
do it
want me to
after
do
my run.
it.
No, let's
Can I
let
do
it. Let's we'll let it ride for now.
All right.
I don't want to break the
Oh,
donation total for
and
everyone, but
Ressi
GG.
Wolfsaw.
And Ressi just gifted another 15 gift subs.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Thank you, Ressi.
Thank you so much, Ressi.
I guess that makes us the lucky recipients.
Nice.
You'll make them ungift the subs.
The total goes back down to like 3K.
Like, I wanted to gift a sub, but I didn't want to do it if there was going to be a pun involved. All right, this is a really fun part of the run for me, so I'm just gonna try to keep doing Rubber Prison as quickly as I can. This guy is awful. We're gonna hopefully avoid him, and by avoid him I mean freeze him multiple times. By the way, since we broke that the first time, the game was nice enough to give us the actual solution to how we were supposed to do that, which was to put a rock there. Whoops. We have more stuff planned, by the way. Also, keep donating. We still have those bid wars. We have a few tricks up our sleeves that we'll tell you about a little bit later today. And I think we have a legitimate chance with a day and a half of marathon left to get to $10,000 for Trans Lifeline, and that would just be so incredibly unbelievable.
I am so mad you just did this room like that because I did it with the actual bounce pads.
I have never once tried to do that room normally, and I'm very happy for it.
It's really, really fun to do with the actual bounce pads is the one consolation I will give you there, Sean. All right, we need to whoops. Oh, okay. We need to flip the switch again. Oh gosh. Why are you okay? I actually don't know what. Can I? Okay, hold on. I have to like reverse. Oh god. Oh, he forgot about me. That's handy. Apparently, I was far enough away from him that I didn't exist anymore. That has never happened before. Cool. We'll take it.
Cool.
Exactly as planned.
Yeah. Oh, they made this room hard. For all the stuff that got better. And oh my god, I got it first try. Nice. That is like my least favorite room in 1.1 now.
Mr. Shasta with a gift sub and Rusty Wolfpaw with 5 more gift subs.
I feel like we're watching like two friends fight in real time.
Don't fight, friends.
Well, it's raising money for charity. Please. Fight more.
Yes, please fight your friends.
I didn't know what we were fighting about.
What are we fighting for? Oh, wait, that's the wrong X game.
You can fight your friends and you can fight your nose, but you can also donate to charity.
Is that the next game?
No, it's tomorrow.
Okay.
Is what the next game?
No, we don't have X4. We have X7 tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This is a puzzle. This is a puzzle that I'm just going to interrupt really quick. This is a puzzle they tried to make harder for us. Oh, I just missed it. Okay. Oh crap! I actually don't know what to do.
Ball off.
Okay, good.
Yeah, just void out. You'll spawn back at the top.
I've never failed that before since 1.1 came out. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, if I get a good fly jump here, I can make it.
Yeah, no, I learned pretty quickly to void out here if you mess up, because there's a pretty big skip involving these platforms in any percent.
Not quite sure what I'm doing wrong here.
I don't know if it still uses this setup even. It's been a while, but like I remember when it was first found, it was crazy.
You know what? I think I'm hitting the railing. Let me aim a little bit.
Yeah, drift in a bit.
Yeah.
You are.
Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, y'all, this update came out like a little over a week ago. Oh, there we go. Okay, nice. And like my screen hitched as I was falling, so
I noticed
I actually couldn't tell if I got it or not. That was very strange. All right, we're almost done with the puzzles in here, though.
Oh, Calculus was saying you can also just run off the railing and buffer the fly, and the distance you get from running off will cover it as well.
That sounds like something Calc would do.
Yeah.
No, Calc is the current world record holder for this game.
Mm-hmm.
And has been super cool. One of the best things that kept me motivated as far as running this game is when I was streaming it. I would just have the world record holder like show up in my stream all the time and like just support me in what I was doing, and that's not something you see very often. So thank you so much, Calc, and also Danny, who wrote and routed and maintains most of the glitchless resources.
How did that destroy the door? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Just go with it. It doesn't make any sense.
It should have obliterated that wasp.
Yeah.
He's just vibing too hard, dude.
Yeah, he's just living his best life. It's fine.
Yeah.
I already switched my medals, so I'm good. All right, here's the second Ultimax fight.
This time, you know how bugs use tanks to help themselves?
Always. It's like a naturally occurring phenomenon.
Yeah, it's crazy. One time I was in my backyard and a tank just fell from the sky.
This was the fight that I knew when I talked to Ultimax. I was like, hey, this reminds me of that guy from Paper Mario. And when this thing came down, I went, okay, this has to be a reference to
This
Paper
has to
Mario.
be like Lord Crump inspired. He kind of does give me that vibe. I never thought of that.
This is the Ultimax tank.
I meant General Guy from the Toy Box.
Oh, that too.
Okay, I really needed to block that, so we're good now. Let's see what I want to do here. I'm gonna play this a little bit safe.
I'm so glad, Aldolaro. I feel so validated now. Because that area also had my favorite recruit, which was Watt.
Watt's very good in Paper Mario 64.
This is a safety strat that I do because if he attacks V and I don't perfect block, V will die and the fight will take like 3 turns to finish. By the way, this is the best fighting animation in the game as well.
It's kind of adorable.
It's pretty adorable. Ultimax is trying. He's just trying to prove himself It's just not his day-to-day. Yeah. So, and it doesn't matter now because he only has 2 hit points left, so...
Remember when Sean walked past the save and started this boss without saving? I did that too! I was very low on health. I didn't expect the boss trigger to be so soon. Like, I expected it to be further down the bridge.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that isn't well, I think it's probably better now, but they do put a healing and a save crystal at the other end of the bridge, so I am gonna say that's on y'all.
It is. I just, like, walked, like, slightly to the right of the save crystal, and then suddenly I was in a fight. I still won the fight. I just had to use all my items.
I think it was because I saw that tunnel area in the middle, and I wanted to just activate that tunnel and then come back and save. And so I was betrayed by the eye candy in front of me.
That's fair. All right, we have reached the final chapter.
So after a pretty long intermission, we're finally back to our horror block.
Yeah, Lori actually designed this to be part of the horror block.
And then we switched the
Specifically for
schedule
this.
around, yeah.
Not really. It's kind of a joke that we made, but yeah.
One of my resident Discord artists is still here. This is easily her favorite area in the game.
Well, I'm saying originally we had this game go into the horror games. So it was Chapter 7 followed by 2 horror games. And that was the horror block.
Yeah. The bugs, or the enemies in this area are they're very strong and they're very grotesque, is how I will describe them. I think I made that okay?
Oh my god.
It's like the Eye of Sauron, and you obviously don't want it to catch you. So I got pretty lucky there. I was a little low on that fly, and I thought I was going to not be able to get onto that ledge, but no, we're good. Okay, good, I got that guy. This is something they added in 1.1, and first time I did this playing casually, I'm like, I actually don't know what to do here. But yeah, we're good.
Oh, they added that claw?
Oh, shoot, that... Okay, there was a little lip there, and I thought I was going to get into an encounter, but we're good. We're good, it's still good, it's still good.
God, the way the strained eye looks is... so
it's pretty
gross.
creepy, yeah.
It's so cool.
I just love the world building that's kind of done in this part too, because I don't know how much people are paying attention to the stuff in the background, but it's pretty obvious we're just in like some dude's like abandoned house right now. This is another fly jump, by the way. Okay, got it. I'm being pretty safe with the dodges here because I don't want to get into any extra encounters. This is a healing only crystal, by the way. This is the only one of these we see in the run. Oh, I need to fix my medals. I'm not set up for the next fight, right? Okay. Let's do that right now. Okay, that's fine.
It's
I
a
don't
fight
have
with
the...
3 enemies on it.
Yep.
So,
and we're also going to use one of Kabu's abilities called Understrike, which is actually kind of tough to use. So it's the only fight in the game where we're going to see this ability used, though. So this is the one that's associated with the dash attack. So I'm going to use a Mega Rush. That is not what I wanted to do. Crap. Okay, well, we're going to salvage this. All right, Understrike. Maki's helping us, so that's good at least. I have to hit both of those inputs exactly right. Okay, we're good.
Nice.
This is going to be a little slower because of this, but I won't, well, I shouldn't say I won't die, but the odds of me dying are very low, so we'll go with that. Maki's going to bail us out if anything bad happens. That will also help, wow. Kabu's really good, y'all.
Yes.
I guess I slept on him.
Oh! That's okay. You did good, Kabu. Don't worry about it.
You worked hard. Take a nap.
Yep. Maki's got this. Just hand it off. Oh, our life's got it. Cool. All right. This is the last level up we'll get in the run, hopefully.
I like how he made sure not to miss the celebration.
Yeah, that's very important.
Siesta to fiesta, real quick.
When we're done with the run, there's only a couple areas left. I'm also going to be doing the Termite Arcade incentive that you all donated for, so thank you very much for that. It's very silly, and I hope y'all like it. This is another... Sean, do you remember the fridge at all?
I remember the fridge, but I also remember skipping a lot of these puzzles, whether intentionally or not.
Cool, okay. Well, you might have, some speedrunning chops in there that you're not aware
I
of.
expected this place to be really difficult because it was giving me the vibes of like the ice puzzles in the Pokemon games, but I know there was at least one section where I was like, am I just supposed to fly over here? And it feels like I skipped the entire room. So...
Yeah. This is one of the trickier fly jumps right here. I have to get a really... There we go. Okay. The height for that one is pretty restrictive. Whoops, I slipped. Ice is slippery, y'all. That's the lesson there. It's fine. Come on! Get up there! You'll actually hear the jump sound effect, by the way. Whoop, hold on. There we go. Can you kind of hear it? You'll hear the jump sound effect right before. That's how you know you did it right. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, this was the one where I thought I could do it, and then I was like, why do I keep getting stuck on an invisible wall? And I eventually just gave up.
Yeah, some of them it looks like you should be able to do them kind of that way casually, but you do actually need to do the... You do actually need to do that fly jump just to get a little bit of extra height so that you can get up onto the... It's kind of like clipping onto the
Okay, so
top of the thing.
I'm pretty sure I skipped this room doing that, and I was like, I don't think that's how I was supposed to do it, but it worked, so okay.
That one's probably the most forgiving of the three, I would say. So it wouldn't surprise me. All right, so we have reached... This is the Roach Kingdom. They've been locked away for a while. They're kind of like the guardians of the Everlasting Sapling. So we've basically reached the final area here. There's one more kind of dungeon area, and then the final boss. And I guess there's one more sort of like mini fight before that as well. So we're really getting close to the end here. Only got a few more dashes left to do with Kabu's crazy legs here.
I cannot recommend this game enough to people. Like, the story, the lore, the conversations. There's so many, like, comedic moments that this team alone has that are totally worth it.
Alright, I'm just doing a little bit of menuing now for later. And I have to do a little more shopping and inventory stuff too. This might be a good time if we have... Did I get that, or am I crazy? Okay, I did. For some reason it... Oh, by the way, this is... Oh, it's not doing the thing. Oh, yeah, it is. If you're photosensitive, just look away for a second. Okay, that's over. But yeah, this is probably the last good chance for some donations and stuff. So if we have anything else, Spider Yeen, do your thing.
We currently do not have any new donations. However, we are only 600 off from the Celeste Farewell Race by Frozen Flygon and Scarab.
Nice.
That's the only open goal right now, too. So you can literally just put any donation into that.
Yeah,
but we also
fire
have
away.
so many bid wars right now.
Yeah, the bid wars are great too. Don't sleep on the bid wars. All right. Well, this is fine. I messed this up a little bit, but we can get through it. Kabu's gonna get us through this, and if he doesn't, Maki will. Okay. All right, let me just get ready for the final boss here. Okay, and we just have to cross the stove. Yes, it's a stove.
I'm amazed that the stove has apparently been running this whole time and this house hasn't burned down.
Yeah,
Right?
there we go. Okay. That's a recently found trick by a runner named Jcog, who is well known, I think, for running other Mario games and such. Oh, shoot, I fell there. Okay, I need to finish falling. That's fine. Okay, now I need to get back there without getting into a fight. Thank you. This is kind of like the last tricky fly jump of the game coming up here. So once there's a weird puzzle after this, but oh shoot. Okay, I'm trying to get that extra height from getting kind of wedged in there. There we go. And then this one's just a fly jump. I don't think I got the height I needed. Let me just These aren't looking right. Nope. I'm just gonna make sure here. Still looks too low. That one I think is okay. Yep. Okay. Woo! It's one of those things like when you do it enough, you can tell if you have the height that you need or not, and otherwise you just obviously you fall, so. Alright, so this is the last ice block puzzle in the game, thank goodness. It's also the hardest ice block puzzle in the game.
Yeah.
So
Really is.
if I get it first try, I will be extremely... Oh, shoot. If I get it first try, I will be extremely happy. Let's put those words together in the right order.
I managed to do... I played this on the old version, so I had to deal with the Nintendo Switch ice block physics.
Oh, no,
no.
I'm so sorry.
But I did this on the first try. I got it on the first try.
I'm impressed.
I hate you.
What? You're not gonna congratulate?
Sure. Good job, Sean. Okay, I also got it first try, so...
Nice.
I'm about 50-50 on that.
Welcome to the first try club.
May I take your order?
50% of the time, it works right every time.
Sir, this is a wind beast.
This is another puzzle that we're not going to do the intended way as well.
Yeah.
So. All right, and let's clear the way for our friendos here. Whoa! Oh gosh, Kabu, do not do that.
Sir, there is a fire tornado on your stove.
Oh, there goes my last brain cell.
All right, we have doused the fire. The funny thing is though, when you do that skip that I did on the first half, there's actually a fire on that part that you don't put out, and I guess that one's okay. Like that one was optional. It's the other ones that are the scary fires. All right. And we have arrived at the final boss. It's a two-part fight. The second part is a multi-phase fight. This fight actually was made a lot easier in the most recent update, which is something I'm honestly a little bit disappointed about, but I'm sure, like, we were talking about this fight casually, I think, before the run, and this is a really hard fight for a lot of people the first time they do it. So. But yes, it is the Wasp King.
Or so he calls himself.
He's the Wasp King. We're gonna start the fight by drinking.
As we do. Yeah, in the second fight, there's going to be some stuff that's a little different, but honestly, like, it's a lot of the same strategies. Just saying.
I'm sure a lot of forced power transfers in the medieval era were due to drunk peasants deciding to take on the king and somehow winning.
Probably. So, are you saying we're gonna become the Wasp King if we win this fight?
Yes.
Alright, cool. Well, I guess we gotta win. Nice.
That was actually the scariest thing that could have happened, but yeah, we're good.
That's actually the spin-off sequel, Bug Fables: My Time as a Wasp King, coming soon to the Nintendo Switch eShop.
That just sounds like the name of Goosebumps.
It's one of those resource management games, like Harvest Moon but with insects.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Sean, can I put you on the spot for just a second?
Sure.
I know when you did this as a casual playthrough, you did voices for each of the characters. Would you give us a very quick V, Kabu, and Leif for everybody?
Okay, well, do we have like a cutscene or something? I remember,
V was like all the way up here because obviously V is represented as a female, so I was just kind of the high end.
here, we can do this scene. Oh, or not.
I'll see if I can. I'll give you a couple lines. Hold on.
Okay.
Shout outs to the cherry
This guy-
bombs.
This guy likes to talk a lot, so
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I don't want to hold up your speed run.
You know, actually, we'll do it in the post game.
Okay.
Everybody gets a line. Everybody gets a congratulatory line in the post.
I know for a fact that
V was very much up here, you know, very buzzy, very high energy, kind of similar to Monotaro.
Kabu was, I kind of puffed out his chest. He was more of the father, kind of closer to what you'd hear from Teba or Cass in Breath of the Wild. And then Leaf, I decided since he was the foreign object, the weird person that they found, he had a very slight, wispy, and British accent. So
He almost sounds like Leighton to me.
Professor Leafton.
And then for the Wasp King, I just screamed. Yeah, it was like,
I will lead you to your doom.
so very, very otherworldly.
He's a pretty traditional villain. All right, so we are gonna do a squash tart.
We get to see this again.
This fight, this fight has, yeah, there's that. This fight also has amazing music. Let's hear that drum beat.
I like that, Aldalaro. Because it also fits each of the phases. His first phase is him transcending, and then he tries to overpower you, and then you think the fight's over, but no, he's everlasting. So it works for not just like the feel of the fight, but also literally how he goes through the 3 phases.
Yeah, but it doesn't talk about the 4th phase of the fight, the one where he dies. You know, my favorite one.
All right, so that was phase 1. It used to be that he would heal all of his hit points between phases, and now he gets not all of his hit points. He gets 55, 44, and then I think 33.
I just want chat to remember, I beat him on hard mode before it became easier.
Same.
I don't even think I've done that. I'm impressed.
I have. What can I say? I'm kind of a gamer.
You are. Am I going to be a gamer? We'll find out soon.
Find out next time.
I'm a little worried about that. We'll see.
Dragon.
I'm gonna try my best, though.
Zal B.
All right, that was phase 2. So now, here I do not want to see the shield. He's going to summon an artifact. I want to see 1 or 2 of the keys. Okay, perfect. That's fine.
Oh, hard mode apparently retains the full heals.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
Okay, well, I know where I'm going for my next fight. Oh, shoot. I totally missed my block. That's bad. I mean, it's fine. It's just going to take a little longer. That's what these are for.
Oh, according to Ald, hard mode, he actually heals less. So it's the opposite. Oh, it just heals more? Okay, hard mode does not do that. It just heals more. Okay.
Oh,
on
okay.
hardest.
On hardest.
Please don't keep attacking
Nope,
B.
I'm not doing that.
So wait, there's a hardest mode now?
Yeah, in the boss rush,
Oh, you jerk.
usually involving like the hard mode metal, there is a like a EX fight you can get.
Okay,
I'd say,
here's what we're gonna do.
just do things.
Yeah, he doesn't have that many hit points left. I just need to get through this.
Yeah. And you can get an EX mode in the boss rush. Oh, the hardest code. There are too many difficulty modifiers in this dang game.
Don't do the thing. Oh, wow.
They did
I
the
actually
thing.
blocked it that time. Okay, we're actually in trouble now, question mark. Hold on. Oh, no.
You can ice fall him down.
No, hold on. Oh, yeah, I can. Good call. I was
We
like,
need
what
an
works on
easiest
you?
mode where they just walk up to the Wasp King and go, "Hey, can you not?" And he goes, "Okay."
Probably
into the game.
Don't attack with Kabu, because
Yeah, I
unless
can't,
you're hitting the
actually.
key. But
No.
you don't want to knock him back up.
That's it.
There
I
you
did it.
go!
Ooh.
Oh my god.
That was, I was
Woo!
improvising there. That was tricky.
Nice.
All right, that is not time, by the way. Time in our Bug Fables runs ends after the Star Wars style celebration. So we have a little more cutscene to go through. But while we're getting to that, I just want to say thank you again to everybody who has come out, has been running this weekend, who has been helping out and volunteering behind the scenes this weekend. Just seeing all of the support. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in, whether you've donated or not, or whether you've subscribed or all that stuff or not. Just seeing all of the outpouring of support from the communities of the furry community and the speedrunning community is just incredible for me to see. I've been a Twitch streamer and a speedrunner for just about 2 years now, and if you had told me 2 years ago that in just a couple of years you will be running events on Twitch or helping to run events on Twitch that raise thousands of dollars for really worthwhile charities, I would have told you were crazy. And this is why I do what I do. I love streaming, I love speedrunning, and I do it so that I can do something that a lot of people think is really cool. I'm sure a lot of people would think this is really silly, but to me and a lot of people, doing speedruns of games is really cool, and then get to show that off for people. And it just it never gets old. I don't know what to say. So thank you everybody for being here and being a part of this.
I think,
and that includes all of you, Lori. I almost said Lon, Lori and Sean and Spacey. I appreciate y'all.
I think it goes without saying that, especially in the current circumstances of the world, something like this is more valuable than ever. And so the contributions of folks like you, not just to like our entertainment, but our sanity, cannot be underestimated. And so thank you, honestly, for helping to contribute to, Trans Lifeline and everyone who's watching, and just the enjoyment of games as a whole.
Yep. And speedrunning's fun. If you've never thought about doing it before, I know I hadn't really thought about doing it before, you should give it a try, and we will help you out, and we will give you a safe environment to try some of this stuff out if that's something that you're interested in. So just let us know, join the Discord, and keep up with us. So but yeah, time is coming up here in just a second. And time. So
Woo!
All right, that was a run.
Great
That
beats.
was
Just
Bug
underestimate,
Fables
too.
Well, yeah.
What was the estimate?
My true estimate is 3:15, and then we had 5 minutes for the incentive. We are still going to do the incentive.
What's the time? I don't have the actual.
3:18:29 is what
underestimate. Woo!
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, underestimate. Yeah.
But we have
Good
to go
job.
we have to go try to become a gamer. Thank you. While I'm getting set up for this, do we have any more donations or anything?
No,
It's gonna take
not
you
for the
just a
time
minute,
being.
so- Okay. So let's just do a round here. Who thinks they're a gamer?
I'm aware I am. The game's told me.
I'm a whale.
Not.
I'm a spider.
You're a spider.
I'm
All right.
confused.
Okay, well, here. This wasn't here before. It's here now. Welcome to the Termacade. You are new players, aren't you? All right, we're going to get our 15 game tokens, and we're going to go have fun in the Termacade. Now, what I'm hoping to be able to do is I would like to buy 10 tokens. Yes, okay, we're good. Because I would like to play Might Knight first, because Might Knight is a lot easier. What we're trying to do, we're going to try... There's these two arcade games right here. By the way, these are mobile phones, which is hilarious to me. If we get the high score in both of them, which I'm really hoping we can, but it's not a guarantee because they're pretty tricky, we will become a gamer, because there is an incentive in the game called Gamer. So we're going to try both of these arcade games. They're modeled after games that may look familiar to you. And here we go. This is Might Knight. Might Knight has a lot of loud noises. I'm just going to let everybody know in advance, because I have to raise my shield, which makes a loud noise. Otherwise, I will die. Oh, you're a jerk. Wow. Okay. And I'm going through... don't worry about the timer. The timer's not super important. But basically, I am trying to fight enemies, and I'm trying to collect keys to get to the next floor. There's 3 floors. And if I do well enough, when I get to the end, I will get the high score. Ah, come on.
A big thing about doing good on score in Might Knight is keeping your health up, which is tricky. But you do get a bonus point at the end, depending on how much health you have.
Yeah, there's one more ant on this level. I know roughly, I don't have to get them, but I know roughly the scores that I'm looking for. This also gives me a chance to go look for more health, so I think I'm gonna not worry about it and just keep going. Because I don't know, he might be just in a corner somewhere. These maps are different every time, so.
Yeah.
But generally the way it works is you start in one corner, you need to get to the next corner, so. That's a wizard, by the way. Wizards shoot things at you. And I'll be blocking a lot because of that also. Alright, so this is floor 2. This reminds me a lot of Hide-a-Lide, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other games that were kind of like this as well.
I had just come off of a recent GDQ event that had Hide-a-Lide, so that was the immediate first thought I had when it came to this.
Yep. The music's actually amazing, too. Alright, I already have the key for this level. Oh, hey, more bugs. Perfect. Never been so happy. Oh, ow.
Oh my gosh. What?
That guy was being rude. Alright, there's another bug, and then there's some more health back there.
Yeah.
The way the score works is when you get done, it looks at your time. Hold on, I don't want to go that way. It looks at your time, your health remaining, and obviously you get points for all the enemies that you killed and all the keys that you got. By far as your score goes, the most important thing is having full health. So if I know where an extra health potion is, I'm probably going to go back and get it. So okay, one more floor. Let's go.
You got this.
I want to be a gamer. This is going to be tricky because there's a couple of you. Ow. Yeah, sorry again. I know that's really obnoxious, but I have to do that or I will die.
It's fun.
And you always, if possible, you always want to strafe into stuff. Oh man, I got very unlucky there too, because that also helps. All right, so I need to find a few more enemies. I need to find more health. I need to find the key actually too. All right, that's that. Oh, they're just getting some lucky shots in today. I don't know what else to say. All right, I need to find as much health in this room as I can. Hopefully there's enough for me to still get it. Ow. There's one. Ow. I also took a hit. Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, I see another health over there.
Yep. Oh, there's more enemies too. Multiple. I think this is probably going to be the best I can do. If I see another health, I grab it, but I don't think there's any more, so I need to just find the exit now. And I don't know, I think it's in this corner, actually. The Might Knight is good and wholesome. Oh no, I think it might be in...
I thought you were on the opposite.
I can't remember what corner I spawned in. That was bad of me. We'll find it. There's usually a path around the edge of every map, so we'll see. It's going to be close. It's actually more important that if there's like extra health, I find that instead of the exit. So,
but the exit's down here.
Yeah, it's got to be. There we go.
Just gotta not get hit by these wizards.
I still think I might be a little short. It's going to be close.
We'll see.
Oh, it was just a little short. Okay, well, we did okay, but I got a lot of tokens, so that means we get to play Flower Journey at least probably 2 times. We'll try it. And hopefully we can get the high score in one of the 2 games.
Yeah.
This one's more chill. Might Knight's stressful. This one's like just, be a bee.
Yeah, this is Flappy Bee, essentially.
Yeah, it's Flappy Bee. And it's a good way to end things, I think.
I remember there was a patch where this got nerfed a bit. So where the high score got easier.
Oh.
It's really hard.
The original high score, I'm pretty sure, was 5,000, and each, little lap thing gave you 10 instead of 15.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah. It's going really slow right now. I'm here to tell you it will get faster. But yeah, this is kind of just a nice chill way to close things out. And thanks again for all of your donations. Thanks to everybody who donated for the Termite Arcade specifically. It's just a fun, silly little thing, but I think it's the kind of thing that just goes to show how much love was put into this game by the... oh, I thought I was going to die there. By the developers, so... They didn't have to do this, they just wanted to.
They went above and beyond.
Exactly.
Kind of did.
But come on, I want to be at least a partial gamer today.
Do you want the gay or the mer?
Boy, that's a tough choice. I am sure I'm blushing now.
That. Oh, what a fitting joke.
I didn't even try and make it like that, so I'm gonna blame you guys.
That was impressive. Impressively relevant.
I'll allow it.
I've learned so much.
Again, it was not intentional. That's all your fault. I'm taking zero
That had
responsibility
better
for
go in
any.
the highlight reel.
I am taking zero responsibility for any words that have come out of my mouth.
Okay, that seems like a stretch.
Yeah, you are a gamer, partially.
I am now a gamer. I'm a partial gamer. I get partial credit.
We should have chat vote. Are we able to put polls in chat?
I don't think so. Somebody might be able to. But yeah. Oh, well. We got the high score in one of the two games, so yeah. So that's it. That is it for Bug Fables. Ooh, nice. I got 69 tokens.
Nice.
But yeah. Thank you again, everybody, so much. Keep supporting the marathon. We've got a day and a half to go and just so much incredible stuff still to come. And thank you again for everything so far. Enjoy the rest of the marathon. Bye, everybody.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for having me.